G-Baby, you heard me?
I don't know what I'm gonna get fried on, but okay.
Hey, that's what. Hey, you better get that shit. You gotta get the mic to Dub, bro.
I feel sorry for the Bengals, man.
First.
Get a mic.
Sorry for the Bengals, man. That shit crazy, bro.
Give him a
What's
mic.
crazy? What's crazy, Mookie?
The Bengals, man. They got cheated, bro.
They didn't get cheated.
You see the rigged game last night, nigga. Did y'all witness history?
Yo,
game of
Mookie,
team.
let me ask you a
They did
question.
everything
Hold
they
on,
can to win.
Mookie. Hold on.
Channels you love.
What the hell? Hold up. Repeat what you
Sorry,
said because you was.
sorry.
Repeat what you said because you was lagging a bit. Repeat what you
We
just
saw
said.
the rigged game yesterday, man. The Bengals got cheated out that win, man. Really though. So many missed calls, so many missed penalties that favored Chiefs' way. Bengals, they're a better team. I left watching that game, sat there and said, man, Chiefs is not better than this team. Not better than the team. It was the Bengals versus the Revs based in the Chiefs as well. The Bengals just a better team. And they just went against two teams that night, the Revs and the Chiefs. I mean, you can't win both battles, bro. Sorry to the Bengals. They will be back. The offensive line will be healthy. And they're going to run it back, man. They will be back in the Super Bowl. But they got cheated. Real talk, bro.
Okay.
I don't want to hear this nonsense, bro. And you can't tell me otherwise, bro. Can't tell me otherwise, bro.
Mookie, let me ask you a question. When Joseph Asai pushed Patrick Mahomes out of bounds, was that rigged?
No.
Was that rigged?
No, but what about that? Hold on, what about that play where when Patrick Mahomes scrambled out of bounds and they missed two holding calls on that play?
They missed holding calls all game.
Hold on. If you watch that play, they was holding. They was holding T.J. Hawkinson, whatever the man's name is. Henderson. I said Henderson. Right, they held T.J. Henderson. Right, and before that play,
still not TJ, but okay.
Before the Chiefs, pushed it upfield. They had a kick return because Joe Burrow got sacked. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, so
and
what
they
about
missed
the
two. They missed an obvious block in the back call that literally should have been called. That literally should have brought the Chiefs down.
Real quick before G-Baby go. Didn't they have opportunity to score the pill, bro? Multiple times.
You said what?
And what happened?
You said
Did
what?
They have multiple times? Did they have multiple times to score the ball?
Bro, I'm not even talking about that. I'm not talking about.
Bro, you trying to call some shit rigged? It ain't rigged.
I'm talking about the. Hold on,
it ain't rigged, bro.
I am talking about the missed obvious calls that we seen yesterday, bro. It was obvious. Too many holding call that shouldn't have been a holding call.
Bro,
there was
missed calls in the 49ers Eagles game, bro.
They gave the Chiefs an extra opportunity to let a third down within 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, which they didn't convert whatsoever. Then they let the Chiefs get a second chance to do a third down. Hold on. Chris, what's that guy named?
Chris Jones.
Chris Jones. He should have been hit with two roughing the call passes because that man landed on Joe Burrow. They didn't call that whatsoever.
Bro, you didn't call that, bro. You didn't call that roughing the passer. You just saw.
They missed two obvious.
I'm not gonna lie. If you think that was a roughing the passer, bro, you just saw.
Obvious, bro. Like I gotta understand, bro.
Bro, if you thought that was a roughing the passer,
bro, we don't need these roughing the passer.
That was roughing the passer.
We don't need
you thought that was roughing the passer, bro. You just saw.
At the end of the day, though,
At the end of the day, Mookie. At the end of the day, the reason they lost is because they had 3 offensive linemen injured. They couldn't run the ball, and Joe Burrow got sacked. What? 7 times?
I'm not. Listen, I understand.
I don't think that shit's rigged.
Hold on. I understand.
Like refs miss calls all the time.
Hold on. I understand. If you want to break it down to football terms, yes, the Bengals missed on some key opportunities. I would agree on you on that.
For sure.
They did turn on the football. They couldn't hold Chris Jones whatsoever. Steve Panoyo did a great job in scheming up the blitz and sending blitz from different directions to confuse the offensive line. But the simple fact is this: they got cheated that goddamn game. All that being said, at least one goddamn call would have been called on the Bengals' favor. They wouldn't won that in the Bengals' favor. They would have won that goddamn game.
Mookie.
That is facts, bro.
How they come back though? Mookie?
Wait, but real quick, hold on, bro. If you just agree with what Dawson just said, if you break it down in football terms and you agree to it,
I'm just
fucking rigged, bro.
Trent,
you just agree to it. It's not rigged.
Take a rocket science to understand that there was obvious calls that went the Chiefs' favor to actually win that goddamn game. 9-4 that went the Chiefs' favor. In this goddamn
you don't think the Bills had any calls that went their way?
A whole lot of calls.
Or the Bengals,
bro, the Eagles are for bro. It missed calls in every single game,
this was on. Hold on. This was on film. Even they coach.
Every call is on film.
Even they coach sat there. Hold on. Even they coach sat there and said, "Man, this shit is rigged." This shit is rigged.
Who said that?
Who said that?
Where? Why are you lying? Where he say that?
Look it up on social media. Look it up on
Where?
social
Where?
media.
Look, social media.
Look it up.
Wait,
I'm
wait,
gonna see you the link. I'm gonna see you the link. I'm gonna see you the link. I'm gonna see you the link. Hold
I
on,
want to
see you the
know. I want to
Let me
know.
see.
Like, all right. So there was. My whole thing is, it's hard for me to call it rigged when a lot of the
Man, that
times,
shit
like,
was rigged, bro.
these missed calls happen. Like, it wasn't even on like game-changing plays. Like, they just missed the call. Like, there was the block in the back. I mean, I don't really think that's going to change the momentum of the game.
Yes, it would. They would have brought them down. They would have brought them back downfield, Doug. They wouldn't even
There
get
was
put a spot on my 35, 34 yard lineup, bro.
It's only like 10 yards. It's like 10 yards.
It's only like
It's the call that
There
should
was plays that there was a play I think that they called the offensive holding or something on the Bengals. It was like 3rd and 19. They still got the first down. Doesn't
yeah.
like
And a lot of times,
for the
majority of times where they missed the call, I don't think the Chiefs even like got a TD drive from off of that.
They punted after that. They were like,
a
a lot of those calls. They still ended up punting.
How can you call something
So we
scripted
gonna
if
talk
the
about- what
plays
is-
that they missed, the plays that they
we gonna
missed?
talk about that. What about the intentional grounding?
Yo, this
What-
nigga sent the
That
video.
was-
Yeah, that's the one
That
I'm
was
talking
intentional
about.
grounding.
It was intentional grounding.
That was definitely
They
sure.
still got the
That was
first
intentional
down.
grounding.
That was
It was
intentional
intentional.
first down.
No,
No,
it was
it's not,
intentional
bro.
grounding because the ball didn't go past the line of scrimmage. That's why it was.
Yo, Dub,
That's a
he
good
sent
call,
the
Mookie.
video.
That's not
Yeah,
rigged.
it's not
Them
rigged.
trying to
That's
say that
Now,
Zach
it
Taylor
being
said the
rigged
game
if
was
they
rigged
would
with
let
3
that
seconds.
Bro,
pass
the
go.
simple fact is
Pat
this.
Mahomes
The
hit
simple
the
fact is
ground.
this.
If
If you
That
look
would
at
have been
this,
rigged.
that should have been the
That would've been rigged.
obvious
Was
block in the
Mahomes
back.
hitting the
That would
ground?
have took the Chiefs 10 or 15 yards. That would have been spotted down at the 20 yard, maybe the 24 yard line. That would have been very, very hard for them to kick that field goal within that distance at being at the 34 yard line where they started there to give them an extra opportunity to kick the field goal.
What
with 20
intentional
seconds to
grounding
go.
are you talking about?
So Joe Burrow, like they were trying to think. They
You
were
talking
going.
about that Joe Burrow? That was definitely an intentional grounding. Like,
Bro,
Yeah.
let's be real. Let's be real. I want y'all to understand this, bro. Let's be real, bro. The NFL needs another version of Tom Brady. They need somebody that can move the needle. They need somebody where I can sit there and say that needs to be the face of the NFL and needs to, push the NFL going forward with the popularity. And what person to do it than Patrick Mahomes? And that's why they needed Patrick Mahomes in this
You
Super Bowl to
don't
push
think
the
he played his
Kansas
stuff
City
into that
Chiefs.
though?
Huh?
You don't think he played his stuff into that?
I mean,
You don't
listen,
think
Patrick
it-
Mahomes,
it ain't
Patrick
getting
Mahomes
to
is the
him?
best quarterback in the NFL. He's elite. But the simple fact is that they're actually making it obvious, bro. It's obvious that they want the Chiefs in the goddamn Super Bowl.
How is it
It's obvious that they
though,
want
bro? I
Patrick
don't
Mahomes in
see
the
it.
goddamn Super Bowl.
I really
It's
don't.
Yeah, because
Watch
if
the
it was
goddamn
obvious,
game, bro.
they would have. Hold on, if it was obvious, they would have put him in last year.
9-4, Dub. 9-4.
9-4 what?
Penalties went in the goddamn Chief.
The Bengals weren't. The Bengals weren't. Honestly, bro, the Bengals actually made a lot of key mistakes that were easy calls. The intentional grounding was
We're
an
gonna
easy
talk about
call.
the Eli
The
Apple.
roughing the
We're gonna
passer
talk
was
about the
easy.
Eli Apple holding.
Eli
penalty.
The Eli Apple
Yeah,
was
Eli
a
Apple
clear
was
holding.
clear.
That
Oh,
was
so y'all want to talk
clear.
about the Eli Apple holding, but y'all want to talk about the obvious holding that wasn't a holding whatsoever. Y'all don't hold on. Y'all don't want to talk about how the Chiefs got rewarded an extra possession to convert the third down, which they got stopped. And I don't know what the hell the ref.
Why was that? Because the refs blew the whistle and no one heard it.
Man, stop it, bro. They knew what they was doing. They know what they was doing, bro.
That happens all
It happens all the time.
Man,
If you
stop
don't
it,
hit a
bro.
rush-
I don't want to hear this shit,
What are
bro.
you talking
Then the
Yo,
obvious
Yo,
block in the back.
Yo, keep going your
We can
soliloquy,
talk
bro,
about
because he
every
just
obvious
snatched.
call out there, man.
Chat.
That shit is rigged. We have seen, bro. Stop acting like
So,
the
Mookie, I got a
NFL.
question.
Hold on. Stop acting like the NFL ain't rigged games before. We seen it in the 2018-2019 NFC Championship with my
Bro, that was just a terrible call, bro.
Yeah,
Stop
yeah,
acting like they can't rig
Mookie,
games.
we
Hold on,
understand.
Mookie, I got a question.
Shit is possible,
We
bro.
understand
I
those
seen a
team.
real
Y'all
game.
lost.
I
Get
seen
it.
a real game. 28-3. That's a real game. 28-3. That was rigged.
That shit
I
ain't
seen
rigged,
a real
bro.
game.
Hold on, Mookie, I got a
Now,
question.
I seen the real game. Now,
Hey,
you wanna
what
say-
I seen,
if you wanna-
that wasn't rigged
rigged,
at
bro.
all, bro.
If you want to say a
that was
rigged
rigged.
game, I think the 49ers versus the Chiefs was more of a rigged game than this game right here. I mean, there was a lot of blatantly holding calls that the Chiefs had that weren't called at all. But this game against the Bengals, I'm like, not gonna lie, there's not a lot of plays where I was sitting here like the Chiefs are just getting away with murder.
Can I say something real quick?
Go ahead.
Let's say let's say each offense runs 70 plays in one game. I don't know if that's OD or not, but let's just say for the sake of this argument,
It's like
each offense runs 70 plays in the next game. I guarantee you, every single one of them plays, somebody's holding.
Mhm.
If we wanted to nitpick, they would call a holding flag on every single play because I guarantee you there is always one offensive lineman that holds every single play.
Oh yeah, you gotta know how to get away with it. You gotta know.
They don't call it. They don't like it happens every.
It's all
play.
about
Somebody
hand
holds
placement.
every
That's all.
play.
That's all it's about.
If we
Hand
looking at that obvious blocking the back call on the punt return, that really gave the Kansas City Chiefs punt returner to push him more, get him more yards downfield, to give him in a better field position to kick a field goal to win the goddamn game with 20 seconds to go. Watch the game. Watch the film. You will see that.
Mookie.
Hey,
You know what got them in field goal range?
Huh?
Old boy pushing Mahomes when he had 2 feet out of bounds. That's what
what
got him in
but
field
you
goal
know,
range.
yeah, but
that's what got him in field goal range.
Field goal range.
But are we
It's
talking
extra
about?
15
We
yards.
talking about that same
That's a
play?
15-yard penalty.
We talking about the same play with the Chiefs offensive tackle was literally holding T.J. Henderson only got in play, like blatant holding this man, stopping him from going into that direction where he want to go get the quarterback. We talk about it all the time. Yes, that was a bad penalty right there where I don't know why he did that. I don't know why he would push Patrick Mahomes out of bounds, but I mean it was misguided. I mean that was a mistake. The sum of fact is that listen, there was some obvious calls that went in the Chiefs' favor, and at the end of the day, bro, it's not just me that's understanding that the game was fucking rigged. The players, the coaches, right?
Where did they say this?
Everybody's it's rigged,
My
bro.
whole thing is
They rigged it for the Chiefs.
I feel where you're coming from, but
They rigged it for the Chiefs,
if you put yourself in a position where you ain't got to worry about the referees, man, you ain't got all that shit ain't gonna even matter because you play. If you play,
let me ask you something.
And you got to benefit for them.
Yo, that rookie.
Let me ask you something. When you left that game,
Didn't
let
Burrow
me
have
ask you
2
something.
crucial interceptions?
When you left that game, did you feel?
Yeah, Burrow had a bad pick in the
Hold on.
first. His first pick was bad, and the second pick, that Watson guy, he's been making great picks after great picks.
Them DB was on his ass.
The
bro.
Chiefs are weird.
That's the same DB that had the one-handed pick versus T-Law.
Chris Jones was the leader that forced.
Hey, hold up.
Like I said,
no, hold up. Are you going to kill Burrow for throwing crucial interceptions when the game was on the line? When the game mattered, are you going to kill Burrow the same way you tried to be on Trevor Lawrence for throwing that pick? Are you going to be on Burrow? You going to keep the same energy, or you going to keep blaming it on the refs?
The refs lost in the game, but yeah.
Okay.
Joe Burrow, he
so
had
you're not
some
going
bad
to be consistent.
interceptions.
So you're not going to be consistent.
But most of the time,
Great,
it was the one that I believe it was against Henderson. Higgins. Pocket was collapsing, and he had to throw into single coverage. They were, they both was in man, right? And he had to throw it, and T. Higgins didn't see it, which he could have saw that pass, but I think he threw an interception. That's cool. I mean, he had 2 turnovers, so he was sacked almost every time on his drop back. So I mean, the offensive line was I'm not giving a pass. I mean, listen,
because you're not keeping the same
Joe Burrow.
energy. Because you're not keeping the same energy.
Hold on. I am keeping the same energy. You're not being
consistent.
I am keeping the same energy.
No, you're not.
Joe Burrow played back. I mean, he didn't play. He turned the football 2 times. I mean, what it is. Well, I know
the NFL being rigged.
This is blaming it on the NFL being rigged. Hold
on. Let me ask you something. Did you left that game? Did you felt like the Chiefs was a better team than the Bengals?
I feel like it was really
on paper.
I felt like that day they were.
On paper, they were.
They was not better.
Mookie, that day they were because their offensive line was so banged up. I'm telling you, that's the reason.
Their offensive line was banged up. That's the only difference.
Even with a banged up offensive
line, I feel
like
that.
Last year in the playoffs, the Bengals won on a game-winning field goal. It just happened to be the Chiefs this time. I don't get how it's rigged.
Listen, I said.
Yeah, it's
really even. They were clear as day even.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. The only difference I see in this game is that the Chiefs won the battle in the trenches. They destroyed the Bengals offensive line. That really won them that goddamn game. Key costly sacks, forcing Joe Burrow to be uncomfortable in that pocket at time. And Chris Jones, monster against Steve Spagnuolo. His blitz package was unbelievable this game whatsoever. It was the way that he schemed out blitzes, the way he moved Chris Jones everywhere. But
so how are you saying all that? And then
all
be
that
like,
being
the
said,
NFL is rigged. That's why they won the game.
How is it rigged when Mahomes literally dropped the ball?
The claws favored the Kansas City Chiefs of winning that game. Key costly calls. If they would at least called that block in the back, we would have went to overtime. That would have been an overtime because I don't believe the Chiefs.
Maybe if old boy doesn't run into Mahomes when he's already out of bounds, it would have been.
Yeah.
That
was really what happened.
Okay, that's true. That's true. I give you that. I give you that.
I feel bad for that dude, bro.
Yeah,
I feel bad for that.
He got to live with that.
He tore. Oh my god, he tore his ACL too.
Like I said in the Chargers in Jacksonville, James. I sat there and said that shit was rigged too. The costly penalties that favored the Jacksonville Jaguars to get them in a great situation.
Anybody that you want to win
so Mookie, I have a question. Mookie,
for anybody that you want to win the game is
I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm gonna be real. The NFL and NBA are rigged. Both of those sports are rigged.
Yeah.
So why do you watch?
So what's
if it's scripted?
That's
because
you
love.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Because it's scripted. I'm gonna tell you why. Shit on NBA and NFL because it's scripted. No, I'm gonna ask that question.
I watch it.
You love to shit on the NFL and the NBA.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Because you say,
G baby. Hold on. I watch it because of the way that you watch niggas wrestle with draws, nigga. Entertainment.
So if it's entertainment, does that make you a nerd? Does that make you a nerd?
Entertainment, bro.
Does that make you a nerd? Because it's scripted, right?
It's scripted, right? So that's what shit is, bro. I like watching football. That's entertainment, bro. That's what it is. It's rigged. We got.
So why can't people watch the WWE for entertainment?
Because it's. Watch niggas wrestling draws will be that.
Do the UFC not wear draws? Do the UFC not fight any draws?
That's a bad comparison. UFC, they knock niggas head off, bro. There ain't no scripting on that, bro. I've seen WWE dudes tear their ACL and PCLs and all that doing what y'all call fake entertainment. But anyways. Yeah, but like I said, bro, like listen, the Bengals, they should have hanged their head off. Listen, the Bengals will be back in the AFC Championship game. Their team is complete. They just got to upgrade their offensive line, bro. The offensive line.
2 years in a row, though. 2 years in a row, the offensive line been shit.
Bro, that's what they're missing.
Bro,
y'all remember when the Chiefs played the Buccaneers? And they lost because the offensive line? Bro, it all starts up front.
Hey, I don't know. Mookie might say that game was scripted. Mookie might say they tried to give Tom Brady his 7th ring.
But if anybody could win,
was that scripted? Hold on, wait, Mookie, was the Tom Brady Tampa Bay Buccaneers Super Bowl script?
That is disrespectful.
No,
some shit like that is rigged. Like it's mad disrespectful.
No.
So
you
just think certain points in the NFL are rigged.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't think it's like full on strip. I'm just saying like certain points of the game, they will favor a certain team. They would.
I'm not mad at that. I just don't think
I'm not mad at that either. I just
wait. Time out. I got a question for him. I got a question for you, Mookie. You think all probably like what? 7 Tom Brady Super Bowl rings rigged? All them shit's rigged?
Oh man.
Especially that one when he played.
Not all of them rigged. Some of them are.
How many would you say? How many would you say are rigged? How many of them?
You got 7, right?
You got 7, probably like what, 4 or 5, maybe 6.
Yo, this gonna be nasty.
I'll say about maybe 2 or 3. I mean, I gotta think about it. I gotta deep think about it because I know that Seahawks one. I know that Seahawks one.
I knew you were gonna say that.
That Seahawks one was real.
Rigged.
I don't know how the hell you don't run that foot. I don't know how the hell you didn't run up the goddamn middle.
That was bad.
Come on, bro.
You can make
the argument that the Falcons and the Patriots was. I don't understand how you come back for 28-3, bro, in the Super Bowl, bro.
They just choked
in one quarter.
In one quarter, bro. I don't understand that shit, bro. I don't understand.
In one quarter, bro.
That is insane, bro. Like we killed the Falcons for that, but come on, bro. Like I'm like, bro, when I was watching that shit, like I'm like, there's no way they coming back. Nigga, Falcons this is their year, right?
Everything was lining up,
niggas. I'm like, bro,
y'all had Future, y'all had Migos there, you had T.I. in the building, you had.
I went for doing the Dirty Birds and got them sitting there. What the fuck?
Thanks, bro.
No, every Falcons fan, hey yo, they got
Nah, that was the craziest thing to see, bro.
Man,
That
that was
insane,
bro. The whole season.
No, and the thing was about that game, when Julio Jones caught that ball on the sideline, I thought the game was over, bro. It was one of those catches like, oh shit, the Falcons.
Not even that though. Grady Jarrett would kill it, and then Freeman had like 80 yards for like 7.
And Brady threw a pick six. Like
come on now, like the way how the game was going, everybody was eating. Like, wow, come on now. Then
hold on, and what about that?
there may be a new
Chiefs,
goat in town.
That Chiefs and Patriots game in 2018-2019 AFC Championship game where they favored the Patriots because I believe they hit one of the defenders. Yeah, when they offsides. Yep, the offside.
He was offside. He was offside though. He was offside. He lined up all sides.
It was another penalty that I forget.
No. There was a
New England. That's when you talking about Jacksonville.
There was a bad roughing the call.
Jacksonville.
With Jalen Ramsey.
Jacksonville, New England is the closest one we're probably gonna get to it.
But you know what's crazy? Brady didn't even win the Super Bowl that year. Shout out to Dub, Nick Foles, and Brady.
They wanted him. They wanted him to be there, though. They wanted him to be
there.
That's why I don't think the NFL is rigged. But you had Tom Brady lose to Nick Foles,
bro.
But also, too, I want to say because I know we're talking about
the story though. That story is insane. That's probably the most meaningful ring ever in franchise in the NFL.
Okay, so
it was. Don't cap. Yo, don't cap, bro. Don't cap right now. That's 100%. A backup being Tom Brady at his best. Like, get out of here,
bro. The obvious one that shot that. No, this is why if they can rig that game. The NFL have a possibility to win any game.
They didn't even let Brady go undefeated though.
That Saints Rams game, bro. That's the icing on the cake. That proves to you that the NFL can rig games. That obviously PI, bro, that they didn't call whatsoever. I mean, you got the line judge that looking at that. You got the sideline people that looking at that. You got the people in New York that said they reviewed that play that was like that's a PI.
On that specific game,
man,
I get that was a terrible call. So let me ask you, why would they rig it for the Los Angeles Rams?
Because they're in LA. They're a Los Angeles. They have a higher market. They have a higher market. The LA got a higher market, bro.
Bro, it's the Super Bowl. People gonna watch regardless.
Nobody want to see. Nobody wants to see.
No. He's right because the New Orleans market is bigger than it's smaller than the Los Angeles market.
Thank you.
No, that's a fact. What he's saying is a fact. No, you asked why. You did.
Okay,
you said was why. And that's actually an answer. That's a valid answer. I don't think the game was rigged. I just think they messed up on that one play. But that is the answer to rig the game. That is a valid answer to rig the game.
That obvious.
Only other thing I want to touch on because we're talking about all these games and stuff. I think people need to pick and choose. Do you want calls at the end of the game or do you not? Because we're not going to be like, oh, they're calling all this. You just need to let them play. It's the fourth quarter. And then we have a situation like, I don't want to go here because I know this is a football show. How many people are upset that LeBron didn't get that call at the end of overtime?
Oh my God.
Yeah, everybody's upset. Right? No. My point is,
I'm just upset because, like, bro, that was so bad.
Exactly. Everybody's upset about that. But you know what also I've heard? Why would you leave it up to the refs? Don't let the game be up to the refs. Let them play. So if you're going to keep that logic, they shouldn't have made that call. So you guys need to pick and choose whether or not you want calls made throughout the entire game, or do you want them to let them play? Because if you want them to let them play and you don't want the game to be decided by refs, don't be upset when we have a situation where they didn't call a foul. The refs didn't decide it. They let them go. Right? So you can't pick and choose. It's pick one. And that's all I want to say because that's getting on my nerves. I hate when I see people like, oh, they missed the call. I thought you wanted them to let them play and not have the refs decide the game.
Yeah.
And then when the refs do decide the game because they make an obvious call, because I'm of the mindset, if you call it in minute 1, you call it in minute 48, you call it in minute 60. That's my logic. If you're calling a foul in minute 1, you need to call it the whole game. If you don't call a foul in minute 1, don't call it in minute 60. That's how I feel.
The only call I seen the Bengals make that was like a reach was just the PI call. That's it. Other than that,
in the blocking of that, we watched the play. We rewatched the play in the kick return. I rewatched that shit because I'm like blocking it back. I rewatched it. I said, oh, Now I see why they didn't call that shit because they when
No.
they hit
I'm
him with the
saying,
block the
I'm
back, they
saying,
ran upfield, they got more yards.
no. I'm saying the refs. The only call that I seen the refs make that was a reach was the PI call. That's it. Every other time they're letting these guys play. So that's how they came into the game. I'm gonna let these boys play, and that's how they called it. There was just one call that was saying here like, nah, that was just some OD shit. Like you didn't have to call that. But other than that, they were letting the boys play. They were
the
letting
Eli
them play.
Apple one was the Eli Apple
Crazy.
one was clear, obvious OD. Like
Yeah,
like what? Like you call that any day of the week. If they didn't call that, there would have been an uproar.
Screen and everything. Like, bro, you got caught red-handed.
Yeah, the hit on Mahomes. The hit on Mahomes, they're gonna call that every time.
Every time.
I'm with Dub, bro. I'm rooting for the Eagles, bro. I can't fuck with cheaters, bro. I can't fuck with cheaters.
Cheaters is crazy.
But
you love John Jones.
I'm going with the Eagles.
That's crazy. John Jones.
Real quick,
What you gotta say, Trent?
real quick, we're going to super chat. So, say Mahomes won the Super Bowl, it was rigged for him.
Yeah.
All right, we moved on.
Nah.
Hold on, it depends. Hold on, Trent. It depends how that Super Bowl turn out.
Like, they just win the game, bro. They just win.
Well, then if that's the case, then we would say Tom Brady's 18 to 19 Super Bowl was rigged because they didn't go play. They didn't play the same.
It has nothing to do
with Brady.
It has nothing to do with what we're talking about right now. He said
if
the Chiefs beat the Eagles in 2023, if they just win the game, are you still going to call it rigged? I don't know what 18 and 19 has to do with that question.
No, because I'm just trying to like compare the two, like because since Brady didn't play the Saints in that Super Bowl, that's rigged because he didn't actually see the best team, to me, in my opinion, in that year in the New Orleans Saints. So he won a Super Bowl off that. And then when we're looking at the Eagles, if you're looking at the Eagles and compared to the Chiefs and Bengals, I believe that the Bengals are the best team in the AFC this year. They were. They got on the back end of bad penalties that affected their team. Real talk. So I mean, I don't know.
I got a question. Mookie, there was a comment saying cheaters coming from the Saints fan is crazy.
What are you talking about?
I guess they're talking about the bounty gate.
Nigga, bounty game is not cheating, bro. That's motivate your players to hit hard, bro.
That is no. I'm with Mookie. That's not cheating.
That's not cheating, bro.
That's motivating your
cheating,
players.
bro.
So trying to put me on injury list, not cheating.
Yeah, that's crazy. Let me get to some of the chats. What's good, G Baby and Trent? Been looking forward to this. Also, Joe Mixon got hit the same way Mahomes did by the goal line, and they didn't call that. That's nice. Football breakdown. Countless miss holding on the Bengals. Cut it out. Super chat from KK. Bro ain't even need two legs. All he needed was one leg to have motherfucker. Respect the GOAT.
Respect them, nigga.
That is dick riding shit, bro. To the
Tegan ran over with super chat. Say NFL rig is the biggest is a casual take. And then, do you guys think the Ravens versus 49ers Super Bowl when the lights went out was rigged from
That's a question for Mookie. That's a question.
That one I could sit here.
That one lights went out of nowhere.
Wait, Mookie, I got a question. If the lights went out for them, was the NBA Finals rigged when the Spurs air conditioning went off? Versus the
LeBron?
Yeah.
No.
Why not?
What about air conditioning? That means because it affected both teams. I mean,
hold on, and the lights didn't affect both teams either.
I'm not gonna lie, Beyonce was the reason the lights went out.
I'm talking about like the cause. I mean,
Kaepernick was cooking one. Kaepernick started cooking a little bit, bro.
Yeah,
Beyonce went from. I mean, Colin Kaepernick went from the MVP to where you at? Like you just went.
I used to be in denial.
Still in the dark.
Hey, Dub, I used to be in denial about Trent. I used to be in denial like Trent and G-Baby when people used to come to me, my homeboys used to come to me, and my OGs used to come to me and sit there and say, bro, you know the NFL is rigged. I said, how the hell this shit rigged? Like, but then the more and more I continue to watch every game, and I continue to watch every playoff game, right? I'm saying, bro, it's some validity to that because we're seeing obvious calls that is affecting the opposing team and actually enhancing the team as well. Like, I mean, bro, I'm just. I mean, let's be real.
I feel you. But you know, we can move on to G-Baby and Trent. You know, I have a list. I have a list on my mind, right? A list of a lot of
G-Baby
people.
and me. You said it was just
Number
G-Baby.
one, the biggest list I want to talk about is there's a show on TikTok that been going viral recently. And whenever this guy named Craig starts hating on the Philadelphia Eagles, it's the Carton Show. It's on Fox FX1. What's it on? FS1, the sports channel. And every time I see them, and every time they go viral, it's this guy Craig shitting on the Eagles, shitting on how bad the Eagles' schedule was. He didn't even have enough integrity to sit here and say that we have one top 5 player who wasn't a quarterback offensively. He had Debo, Suchek, George Kittle, and all these guys over him. To you, Craig, I'm happy this happened to you. I'm happy that you were dead ass wrong. You don't even have the audacity to say Nick Sirianni deserves to be top 3 in MVP. And coach of the year voting. And you bitch and complain about the Eagles' soft schedule, but you fail to realize that the 49ers had a weaker schedule than them. So what is wrong with you? Cut the cap. The Eagles made it to the Super Bowl, so you can't say shit. You can't say shit. We made it to the Super Bowl, and don't let us beat Mahomes. Because if we beat Mahomes, your head is on a spike.
Oh,
bro.
y'all beat Mahomes.
That's for you.
Y'all beat Mahomes.
That is for you. That's
y'all
one.
beat Mahomes. Now, Doug, what he said? He said that y'all ain't played nobody in the playoffs. Y'all got help. Y'all got help in the playoffs.
He said we had the easiest schedule in the NFL. That's a lie, because the 49ers had the easiest schedule in the NFL. He said, we didn't have besides the quarterbacks, we didn't have one player outside of the quarterback position that was a top 5 offensive player. He had Debo. He had Brandon Ayuk over A.J. Brown, bro, and Devontae Smith. Are you kidding me? CMC and George Kittle I could get. But Debo and Ayuk over A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, that's hate. There's hate in your heart, bro. There's hate in your heart, and you need to cut it out. That's one. And G-Baby and Trent. G-Baby, this is mainly for you. And this is what I wanted to.
I don't know why you said my name like I was.
I remember arguing with you.
I don't know why you're saying my name either.
No. Oh my.
I heard. I heard your head about to be on the spike.
G-Baby. G-Baby. Oh, I heard. You know what? Since Dub is over here counting the 49ers out, I'm going for the 49ers. You know, you're highly underrated. He said you haven't watched the 49ers games like that. I got people in the chat. You Dub don't watch football. Dub's a casual. Guess what happened?
Nasty.
Dub is right. How is the guy who don't watch football, who's a casual, how is he right? How is he always right? That's what I want to know.
They didn't have a quarterback.
That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know.
Is that a rhetorical question?
No.
Is that a rhetorical
That's what
question?
I want to know. Time out, G-Baby. I'm not finished yet.
Okay, so it's a rhetorical question.
Time out, G-Baby.
Put that nigga down. Put that nigga on the stove.
I told y'all keep saying, listen, y'all keep saying, don't get me wrong. I am a context guy. If Brock Purdy was there, they probably don't get blown out like that. But guess what? They still getting that ass whooped. Because Brock Purdy was struggling even before he was getting hurt. They couldn't get things going. Hassan Reddick was going nuts. Hassan Reddick was going bananas. And they was going crazy, bro. They was going crazy. The 49ers was with or without Brock Purdy, they were going to beat them. The only thing that I was a little bit worried about was Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts in this game, I told y'all before, I said he was messing this up. Mainly because, for some reason, he kept holding the ball instead of giving it to Miles Sanders and Kenneth Gainwell to run, and the 49ers were playing him. But once he started handing the ball off, guess what happened? They got big chunk yardage, getting to field goal range, and scoring TDs off of it. And I told y'all that in the group chat. I said, Jalen Hurts is looking bad. He needs to start handing the ball off. And get what he did? Started handing the ball off, and they started cooking that ass. That ass.
Dub. Before G-Baby, whatever, you know that nigga passed the ball 4 times, right? I'm just asking.
He was still, bro. And guess what? One of those times,
he was
Trent,
4 for 4.
he fumbled. They
right, but it was a blindside hit, bro. He forced the ball.
At the end of the day, Trent, he fumbled. He fumbled, right? We stopped him.
No, but Dub, you said he struggled. Hold on, Dub. Wait, real quick. I'm gonna let you go do your point, but real quick, because I just have to address that one shit. You said he struggled in the back, and he had a backside fumble. That's not his fault. First off, the second, the nigga passed the ball 4 times.
That's the offense struggling, bro. What are you talking about?
Offense
That's him getting sacked.
He was injured. He was injured.
He wasn't injured when he fumbled. What are you talking about?
That's the
was the
offense
beginning of the
struggling.
game.
He got hit with a backside sack.
Cut it out.
He got injured on that play.
Cut it
He
out.
got
That was
injured
in the
on
first
that play.
quarter.
That was the play he got. That was the play he got injured
What
on.
I'm saying
You got
is,
it, bro. G-Baby, go
throughout
ahead,
the
bro.
time of him playing, what happened? The Eagles got to him, and the Eagles, what did they do? They forced the fumble. They forced the fumble. That's struggling. What are you talking about?
Because he was
What?
hurt.
That's not struggling.
Nick, what are you talking about? Because he was hurt.
Dub, he only had 3
He
pass
got-
attempts because
He
was
got hurt
injured.
on the play.
I know he got hurt.
He got hit with a backside
He
sack.
wasn't hurt throughout the other 3 times he threw the ball.
Nigga, you comparing the 3 samples?
Like, what are you talking about? All I'm saying
Dub,
is,
he needs
Come on,
surgery.
hold up, bro.
Three
All I'm
pass
saying is,
samples.
hold up, Nick, because let me finish cooking y'all. Bro. Because all I'm saying is not even about Brock Purdy. The offensive line was getting cooked the whole time. The offensive line was getting cooked. We was holding Nick Bosa, which is why I say Brock Purdy was going to struggle no matter what. Brock Purdy struggled because what happened in one of the drives in which he led, it led in a turnover. That's struggling.
Dub.
Yes or no?
Dub.
Yes or no?
What play
Yes
did he?
or no?
Dub.
No,
What?
yes
Okay,
or
G-Baby,
no.
G-Baby,
It's a
go.
yes
No,
or
it's
no.
not a yes or
You
no
can answer
question.
this one.
It's not a yes or no
It's a
question
drive-
because you're using
if
a
a
4-pass
yes
sample
or
size
no.
to say he's
Yeah, that's-
struggling.
It's a yes or no.
That's
It's
not a yes or no
no
question.
If you lead a drive that ends in a turnover, is that struggling? Yes.
No,
or no?
depends on what
No,
happened.
it
No, it
depends
don't.
on-
Yes or
No,
no?
it's not struggling.
Dub,
That's
may
not
I go now?
struggling.
May I
Yes
go
No.
or no?
No,
May
Dub.
I go now?
Yes.
Or
No.
May I go
No.
now?
Y'all capping, bro.
May I
Come
go
on,
now?
bro.
Captain.
Come
May I
on.
go
Dub, they
now?
fumbled on their
Y'all
first
capping.
drive of the game.
Because
Lock
Brock
in,
Purdy
bro.
didn't
Lock
see the
in, bro.
pressure.
You're tweaking.
Because he
You're
didn't
tweaking.
see the pressure, bro. He didn't see the
What?
pressure.
They-
That's
Nigga, it's a
struggling, bro.
backside sack. What do you
Nah, bro.
mean?
He didn't see it. He
Dub,
didn't
this-
recognize it.
This is bad.
It's a
I
backside
don't give a
sack,
fuck.
nigga.
I
He
don't give
can't
a fuck.
see it.
I don't give a fuck. He struggled.
So
Hold
you're
on,
just
Trent,
lying.
Trent, I got him. Dub, when the Patriots played the Eagles and Brandon Graham got the backside sack, did Tom Brady struggle on that last drive?
Lie.
Did he struggle
Why?
on that last drive?
Was it his
Nah.
fault?
Yeah.
Damn, Dub. Damn, bro.
You're a lying ass nigga.
Damn, Dub.
No.
You're a lying ass
No,
nigga.
no.
Dub is a
That's
Brady
different,
sexual.
That's different.
How is that different?
No, it's different because
When you're leading,
I
you
believe
just
in
said
that
when you're
drive-
leading a drive
No,
and he
no.
results in a turnover,
and
that's a struggle.
No.
Don't move the goalposts now.
It's
Just
not
ask your
moving.
question.
It's not moving the goalpost, bro.
Dub, do I need
Oh,
to rewind this
goalpost.
YouTube video and get what you said word
It's
for
not moving. It's not moving the goalpost, bro. At the end of the day, though,
Yeah, I think G Baby wants to speak. Yeah.
go ahead, G baby, you got it.
G-Baby.
Oh no, I'm about to rewind this video and I'm gonna record exactly what you said. So I'm about to mute myself and I'm gonna replay it so that way you can't get mad when we take your words and what you said and use them against you.
Okay, so
I
you
don't
just
give a-
said- 'cause
I
you
don't give a
just
fuck.
said-
I don't
you
give a
just
fuck.
said-
No, we
I
know
don't
you
give a
ju-
fuck.
Dub,
I
Dub.
don't give a fuck. Listen.
Bro, why are you telling us to listen? And you're
Listen.
capping right now.
I don't give a fuck. Brock Purdy, he was gonna be struggling. Hold up.
Bullshit, bro.
Brock Purdy was gonna be struggling the whole time, bro.
You can say that.
I
That's
didn't
fine.
arguing that.
No,
Okay.
we're not arguing that.
Nobody's arguing that.
What are you arguing then?
You said, Dub, you just said he struggled with 3 passes and one of them
Yes,
he fumbled
he
on a
struggled.
backside sack
struggled.
that he
He
couldn't
struggled.
see. That's
He was
not
struggling.
struggling.
He was
So
struggling.
Dub, I have
He
a
was
question. Dub, I have a question.
It's
When
not
they
struggling.
were
He
on
was
fourth
struggling.
and hold on, when they were down
This nigga
21 and
is
they're running reverses on 4th and 3 because Brock Purdy physically can't throw the ball 5 yards, is that him struggling or him being
Listen,
injured
I don't give a
and
fuck.
not having a
Y'all moving
backup?
away from the point.
Ooh.
No, that
Did
is
you-
our point.
Did y'all think?
Bro,
Because
God
y'all
damn.
arguing fucking semantics right now. Whichever way that I want to define it, it's whichever way I want to fucking define it. At the end of the day, he fucking struggled. So y'all can shut up. Because at the end of the day, we all can sit here and believe that Brock Purdy was going to struggle for the whole game. Yes or no? Yes or no?
We don't know. Can I ask?
Yes
you a
or
question?
no?
Don't know.
I know Nick
Don't
Bosa
know.
struggled. I know he struggled.
I know Nick
Can I
Bosa
ask you a
struggled
question?
100%.
Oh yeah, Lane Johnson had his ass in
Can
solitary
I ask
confinement.
a question?
All I'm saying, if
Won't let
and
me
Nick, I know that you was here. I know Nick, I know that you was here. Nick, I know what you was here. You sit here and said on this show, rewind the tape. You can sit here and say that Brock Purdy was going to struggle, and we were going to beat them handedly.
Dub, I'm not gonna say quarterback struggled when he physically couldn't throw the ball.
What you talking about? It's for one play. He physically threw the ball the other times. What are you talking about?
Dub,
talking about?
Dub.
Next.
Next.
Four fucking
Dub,
times.
time out.
Four.
Hold on. No. I have to speak. There's no way you physically think an NFL football team in the NFC Championship down 21 points is running the ball every single play. Why?
What are you talking about? Who even brought that up?
I just brought that up right now because he passed the ball 3 times because he was injured and they had no backup quarterback. The backup got concussed. That's why. So you saying he struggled? He physically couldn't throw the ball.
I said he struggled when he was playing. I said he struggled when he was playing is what I was saying. What you talking about? Those 4 times that we're talking about?
He was hurt,
Come on,
bro. He was hurt.
What are you doing, bro?
What are you saying?
Dub.
There's no way.
Because y'all won the game. Brock Purdy. Even Mookie's agreeing with us right now.
Yeah.
He struggled. Nah. He struggled.
4 times.
He struggled.
To think that he only threw there's just no way you think that they were running the ball every play because they thought they could run on you.
They offense was basically one dimensional.
What are you talking about? What's argue with that?
All he was doing was
all I'm saying is he struggled in those 4 plays, and then you're bringing up something else that doesn't matter.
Bro, 4 plays?
Yeah, he struggled.
He was literally
G-Baby, go ahead, bro. G-Baby, go ahead. What happened?
So, Dub, this is a question for you. If Mahomes' first 5 passes are 0 for 4 or 1 for 4, 20 yards, something like that, and he gets hit behind and he causes a fumble, do you consider Mahomes struggling?
You said 1 for 4?
His first 4 passes, let's say he's 1 for 4, 20 yards, and on the third one or on the last pass attempt, it ends up being a fumble because he gets hit. Is that struggling?
You
think Mahomes is struggling at that point? Yeah.
You say he was 1 for 4? Yeah. That's struggling.
Okay. What was Brock Purdy in the pass attempts?
He threw it 3 or 4 times. 4
no, but what was he? Was he 1 for 4? Was he 2 for what was he? Did he complete every pass he made?
He completed every
before he got hurt.
He completed every pass, I think.
Okay, so if he completed every pass he made, and that last one, which we thought was incomplete, ended up turning into a fumble because he was literally looking to his left. Hassan Reddick basically came in untouched.
This is why I say. This is the nerd shit I'll be talking about, bro. Just because you sat here and completed passes don't mean you weren't struggling like that. Because a lot of times Brock Purdy, I told y'all this, bro. Brock Purdy, he wasn't ready for that defensive line that was going to be coming from him. He was done. He hit George Kittle. Well, a lot of the time he passed it to CMC. He passed it to CMC, right? Yes or no?
He was injured.
Didn't he pass it to CMC?
Yes, he was throwing screens. That was his only pass attempt.
Yes, he was hurt. He couldn't throw it. We couldn't throw it 5 or 6 yards, bro. He had a torn UCL.
You don't care that he was hurt?
No.
Was he hurt before or after the fumble?
He came back in after. You know that, right?
Okay. Yeah. We're talking about the 4 plays where he was healthy.
No, my nigga, what? 4 plays when he was healthy?
He struggled.
Dub,
he was not healthy when he was throwing the football is what we're saying. The whole game, he was hurt.
Dub, so let me ask you
Dub, time out. Dub, the first time they got the ball, he got injured. So
the first time
that's when he hit the
first play. That's when he fucked up his elbow.
Oh, it wasn't the fumble?
That was a fumble.
That was the fumble. He messed up his elbow.
It was on the first drive.
On the first drive. That's what I'm looking at. On the first drive, it was
That's what I'm saying.
You're saying he was healthy when he threw the passes when he wasn't.
On the first drive, on his first pass, he connected to George Kittle that picked up, I believe, 7 yards. And in his second play, he connected to Brandon Ayuk. I believe it was a flag on the play. So with 2nd and 6, then he did a play action pass, and that's when Hassan Reddick came in and hit him on his blind side. But if you actually look at the game, he was not struggling in that game. He just got hit. If you look at his first drive,
my only point is
2 for 2.
My only point is, My only point is, if it's your first drive, I am not gonna automatically classify it as struggling when you didn't even finish your first drive because you got hurt and you tore your UCL.
Well, guess what?
Collateral ligament.
Well, guess
you
what?
Can't throw without
I'm gonna classify him struggling because he hit George Kittle on the middle. But then guess what? It was a short pass to CMC. It was a short pass to Brandon Ayuk. I think that was a screen or something. And then he hit Deebo Samuel, bro. He wasn't testing the rock. He was just short passes.
It was 2 for 2. Testing the rock for 4 passes. No, who's testing the rock for 4 passes?
Final question.
That's how the whole game was going to play out. The whole game was going to play out.
Final question.
Like I told you it was.
Final question. Come on. Final question.
I thought you about to come cook, bro.
And I knew he was about to come in here with no context, but it's fine. Dub, final question. If Jalen Hurts starts off the Super Bowl 0 for 2, stop it right there. Is he struggling?
0 for 2.
Yeah, his first 2 pass attempts. If Jalen Hurts starts off 0 for 2, are you going to say after the first 2 pass attempts, oh, Jalen Hurts is struggling?
If he stops playing, then I have no choice.
Oh, okay, we can move on.
So that's what I'm talking about. CG, baby? CG, baby? CG, baby? CG? Headshot. Because listen, this is what I opened up with. This is what I opened up with. No. This is what I opened up with. I literally said, Brock Purdy got hurt. Y'all can have that. But I said, even when he played, in my opinion, he was struggling the way that I thought he was going to struggle. He was going to throw those short passes, those screen passes. He wasn't going to get anything going. It's a small sample size, yes, but that's what he showed me. I can't take anything away from that. That's what happened. Then he tore his UCL. Y'all keep saying, but he got injured. He wasn't injured for the whole drive. On the last play.
He got injured on the last play.
On the last play of the drive. What are you talking about?
The first drive of the game, though. So
that's what I'm talking about.
So the second, third, and fourth quarters, he was injured.
Oh my God, you're not getting it. So let me paint the picture.
Paint it, bro. Paint it.
I keep telling y'all, and I don't know why. So I'm gonna say it very slowly.
Yeah, go ahead. Say it real slow.
I said, for the time in which he played.
Yeah.
Right. I said, that he struggled the same way that I thought he was gonna struggle. He wasn't going to sit here and throw the ball. He kept throwing short passes. He only had that one kind of even that was still a short pass to George Kittle. But he threw short passes to Ayuk, to CMC, to Deebo, where they weren't going to let him sit here and challenge the defense. So I'm saying, and I opened up with this. I said, when Brock Purdy was playing like that for the whole game, they were still going to be struggling, and the offense, they were still going to lose the game. Maybe not 31-7,
lose the game,
but maybe 31-14.
Our main point is, first off, you can't say a nigga is struggling on 4 passing attempts. Like that's just fucking.
I'ma say it.
You're just being gross. You're just being blatantly gross.
I'ma say it.
Can you just admit to that?
So you came on the show and you brought no context. That's what you're doing.
Which is what I expected. How is that no context? Because
you're ignoring the fact that you're saying he was
struggling
like you thought he was. He completed every single pass. If that's struggling in anybody's mind, then hey, you got it, Dub. We can move on to the next one.
Let's go.
I never knew
completing every
struggling.
I didn't know completing.
How is that no context? This is what I say.
I don't know.
And Dub sat there and said, because
you said he was struggling.
Hold on. First, Dub sat there and said
he was struggling when he took out his arm.
And hold on, Dub sat there and said he was struggling his first drive when he was healthy, right? But then I told you that he went 2 for 2, 19 yards, bro, and that's struggling, bro. And he got hit on his blind side. He was hurt. He was, didn't play it up until I believe late in the third quarter or middle of the third quarter. I couldn't remember.
The third quarter.
And he completed 2 of his passes because he couldn't even throw the football. How is that struggling, bro? That's not struggling, bro.
Well, I'm gonna say that's struggling. And the 49ers were going to lose that game. Dub was right. And Dub is always right. Y'all don't forget that. I told y'all this. Dub was right. And G-Baby, I want you to say that. G-Baby,
you're wrong on this case about struggling, bro.
I don't give a fuck. I wasn't wrong about everything else. Number one. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. But I wasn't wrong about everything else. So G-Baby, please. I want you to sit here and say in front of all the masses, I was wrong and Dub was right.
In 2023, I promised myself I was going to stop being nasty because apparently these last 2 weeks I have been. So in order for me to continue with not being nasty, I am not going to say that phrase that you want me to say because you're being no context Dub right now.
How is this no context Dub? What are you talking about? No context Dub.
Going 4 for 4 and struggling. That sound dumb, bro. I'm not
crazy. That's crazy.
No. Disregard. We're done with that convo. We're done with this convo. So don't bring that shit up.
They did a great
but I
job.
want G. Baby.
You said Philly because you came weeks ago and you said, "Oh, I just feel like the Eagles have this many answers. I feel like the Eagles can do this and this and that." When you're playing a team that can only run the ball and cannot throw, yeah, you're going to win that game. Especially when you have an elite defense because literally they physically could not throw the ball. Especially once they lost their backup quarterback, they literally had to change CMC's helmet because they didn't. No. They had to change CMC's helmet because they didn't know if Brock Purdy was going to be able to come back in the game. And CMC was going to have to start calling the plays. You can't do anything. You can't. So no. I am not going to sit here and say, "Oh, the Eagles came out and they just had all these answers for the." No, the 49ers were hindered. They were hindered. Could the Eagles still have won this game? Absolutely. They still could have. I had the Eagles as my preseason Super Bowl pick. I just wanted to root against them so that if the 49ers win, I could come troll you. That's all I wanted to do. So Did I still think the Eagles could win this game? Absolutely. But the 49ers were hindered. The most important position on this offense.
I just want to adjust the comments.
Josh Johnson probably not even
the fact that y'all talk about Josh Johnson a fucking 50 overall on fucking Madden, bro.
Hey, G baby, but listen, G baby. Listen, G baby.
50 overall is crazy, bro.
But listen, G baby. Listen, you have to listen. I was right about the Bengals being better than the Bills. I was right.
They were injured?
I was right. The Bengals being better than the Bills all season long. I was right about the Bills' inconsistencies. I was right about the Seahawks. I even told you about Geno Smith even before the season started that he wasn't that bad. I was right about a lot of the things this season. And this, for you to don't lie up here, because I think we could all agree the way that Eagles defense was playing and going through that offensive line for the 49ers, you can sit here, yes. I think you are even in agreement too, where yes, the 49ers probably would have been closer, but the Eagles, at the end, they would have still won. So, with all of those things that you even agree with, and I know that you agree with, you just don't want to say it right now because you just don't want to out of your bias. But everything else in the totality of the NFL season, Dub was right about 70% of the things, and I just need you to admit that.
Literally said
the Bills defense too.
25
the rushing
seconds
defense.
Ago, I literally said 25 seconds ago.
Whoa, 59.
59, boy.
I literally said 25
What's
seconds
CMC's quarterback
that
rating?
The Eagles probably still would have won this game.
It's not just that.
Yes, there's a lot of things you said that I've already given you credit for. I did not think the Bills defense, the Bills rush defense without Von Miller would look that bad. I told you that. I even came on the show with Trent and I was like, dang, Josh Allen is really like, I agreed. I was like, Josh Allen is starting to look real Diggs depending. I was like,
so
I've already given you them props.
No. You just said that. You didn't say, you know what, Dub was right. And I was
because
wrong.
You're going to try.
You're not giving me credit. This is nasty.
Because you're going to try to encompass everything, and you're going to add this little Eagles thing when you clip it up for the TikTok, and I refuse to be a part of that.
Oh no!
Because it's going to make it seem.
This is not on the TikTok.
This is
not on the TikTok.
Can I get somebody else?
I just want you. Yo. I just want the words. Hold up. I just want the words to come out your mouth. Pause. Say, you know what? Dub was right.
Hold up, bro.
That's all I want you to say.
About what?
I just told you about damn near everything.
I will give you your credit about the Bengals.
Dub was right. Yo, you don't have to fight. Yo, G baby, don't fight this, bro. Just take it. All right.
Hey, come on.
Don't fight this, bro.
Come on.
All you got to do
real
is
quick.
say. All you got to do is say
Marley.
was right, man.
Yo, Marley. At the start of the 2017 season, Nick Foles was a 74. Don't compare him to no fucking 59 overall. Fucking bro. Like y'all niggas, y'all Eagles. Like Dub is fine, but y'all Eagles fans in this chat, bro. Y'all niggas just disgusting.
Nah, Marley, go keep talking your ish, bro.
Come on, bro.
I want to give a shout out.
I know Josh Johnson was the fourth string.
I want to give a shout
Niggas
out.
comparing a 59 overall to a 74.
Can I give a shout out to? Can I give a shout out to Lane Lockdown Johnson? Solitary confinement, nigga. That was a murder scene. What he did on Nick Bosa. What a torn. What was it? Was that guy on one leg? He was on one leg. I think he had a torn. Was it undercut? I forgot what it was. But just holding Nick Bosa. That was that was a very hard assignment for him to do it. His individual matchup, he won it. He dominated Nick Bosa. I believe Nick Bosa had no pressures when individually match up against Lane Johnson on the outside. That guy has the possibility of becoming one of the greatest tackles of all time. And shout out to him. He played well. The Eagles' offensive line is deadly, bro. They offensive line won the battle up the trenches, and at the end of the day, they did a great job running the football, bro. Like in their defense, their pass rush is prolific.
They protect the quarterback, man. Like and they
that's what I'm saying.
Protect their quarterback.
Absolutely, they protect the quarterback, bro. Yeah. It's like if you got a great old line that makes up for the passing, the running. I mean, and key situations in goal line and 3rd and 1, 3rd and inches. You know what I'm saying? That helps it tremendously, right? And
they never faced the offense like the Eagles, man.
But I thought the 49ers had a good offensive line. I'm like, hold on, why EJ got their butt naked through there?
Okay, but in fairness though, once the Philly knew, hey, we don't have to worry about the pass anymore.
Fair game.
You can put 10 in the box, really, because you don't got to worry about nobody else.
Yeah. We was going to put 10 in the box.
It was one dimensional. The 49ers offense was one dimensional. I will give you that. Like
I thought they were going to put Chris McCaffrey at quarterback because I'm like,
it was about
you can really make that man hand the ball.
But even when Brock Purdy roll out, like he's not like, because if you compare it to the Seahawks and you comparing it to the Cowboys, that man Brock Purdy had time in go through his progressions and to find an open receiver. I don't think he would have that time where he could literally stand in the pocket for damn near 4 or 5 seconds when you got to worry about that pass rush coming in his face trying to get to him. So I don't think he
it was the first 2 passes. It was the first 2 for a little bit, yeah. But them first 2 passes, you could tell, you knew they were going to try to use the quick game because they knew they don't have the time to sit there. When you have 4 guys, when you have 4 guys on your D line getting 10 plus sacks, you know you don't have the time to get there. Yeah. So they were going to use the quick game. I mean, granted, he got hurt, but even when Josh Johnson came in, I'm shocked they didn't use Debo as that utility player more than they should have. I get Josh Johnson barely got there, and maybe he don't know everything, but Josh Johnson. Like I figure if you're gonna have Josh Johnson, you need to give him all the help, which means I need to call all of my Kittle, Debo, CMC plays, just make his life easier. Now, Josh Johnson doesn't help when you can't catch a snap. That hurts you. Like catch a snap, that's your first job. Catch the freaking snap.
But they was feeding Debo though, and Debo was goddamn running.
Later on. I just feel like they should have did it earlier when Josh Johnson was in the game.
Gotcha.
I think Josh Johnson had max 3 drives and they got concussed.
Yeah. CMC though, he helped CMC get them 80 some yards though. We got to give him credit for that.
Hey, G baby.
He helped CMC get them yards.
Can you admit that Dub in the 2022-2023 season was right more times than me? Because that's a fact.
More times than not. You were right more times than
No, more times than G baby.
I'm not saying that.
Why not? You got. I thought you believed it, but we got proven correct.
You said 2 things that I agreed with.
G-Baby said the Seahawks missing the playoffs.
G-Baby, bro, this is a lack of growth, man. It's a lack of growth, bro. Don't worry, we're gonna go through it together, and hopefully, we could get out this personal bias you have with me. But it's not wrong. It's not wrong to say a guy was more right than me, bro. It is what it is. It's predictions. It is what it is. You can't win them every year, and this year I just won it off you, bro. It is what it is, man. You just gotta be real.
Hey, Dub, was you worried? Like it was at any point of the game. Was you worried about?
I was never worried. I was never worried. That's why I didn't see.
You was highly confident going into this game. Highly confident.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I was not worried about this whole entire game. If we would have won, I wasn't gonna celebrate because I knew we were gonna win. When we win the Super Bowl, I'll
Why are
celebrate.
you lying? Did you not just type in the Discord chat? Yo, I might go to Philly. Y'all pray for me. Come on, bro.
Oh yeah, I was saying that. I was saying that in the chat.
So you didn't go celebrate.
I was saying, I didn't go celebrate at all. I didn't. I was with my little niece and I was just chilling with her.
Yeah, the Eagles, they right now they're good football.
When we win the Super Bowl, because like I told you, G baby, I told you even before the season started. Another thing that I was right about. I said if we don't make it to the Super Bowl, it's a failure. It's a failure for us.
I agree with you. So you're saying you were right about it. I was with you.
Yeah, just say I was more right than you.
They were my preseason Super Bowl pick as well.
Hey,
I said it depends on how Jalen Hurts plays. And I said if Jalen Hurts plays like I expect them to, they should make it to the Super Bowl. So
I was right more times than you. I just want you to remember that. Is Justin Herbert mid though?
No.
What the fuck?
The fuck? No.
No. And y'all gotta, hold on. This the thing.
Wait. D-Man, what you about to say?
Oh man, we gonna get
what the hell, D-Man? What you laughing for, nigga?
No, man, no. I ain't falling for that, bro.
He ain't mid, nigga. That nigga's the top 3 quarterback in football, bro. What we doing, bro?
I mean, he got all the weapons. He got all the weapons he need to look like that too, though.
I mean, yeah, he got some okay weapons, but look, what y'all need to be talking about is that.
Hold on. But he reminds you of Matt Ryan, don't he?
Hold on. No,
20-point lead. 20-point leads and stuff.
Nigga, did y'all see the news? Did y'all hear the news? Guess who we got?
Kellen Moore.
Guess who calling plays for Justin Herbert?
Not just say you didn't like that hire?
No. I was thinking.
Mookie did his research and realized Kellen Moore's decent.
Kellen Moore. Justin Herbert, his aggressiveness, his creative offensive schemes.
He was a former quarterback.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
Hold on.
I do.
And
like,
y'all better be. Listen, the Chargers up next, bro. They up next. They
like
will be
the game, but
the Chargers.
Defense.
Hold on. If the Chargers get some, because they got to get some more help. I need a third solidified wide receiver that they need to get. Right?
You don't like what's his name?
Palmer and Carter.
Yeah,
didn't you call me?
No, they mid. Palmer and Carter is mid, bro. Palmer Carter is mid.
I think Josh Palmer.
Keenan Allen
was he not caping for these dudes earlier in the game?
Keenan Allen, hold on.
Was he not caping for these dudes earlier?
No, I was not. I was not caping for no Josh Palmer, no fucking goddamn.
He never caped for Josh
Carter.
Palmer. Bro.
Hell no.
DeAndre Carter
wasn't caping for him. Kellen Moore creative is crazy.
Hold on. All I'm saying is this: Keenan Allen, Mike Wills, they solidified 1 and 2. They need to get a third solidified wide receiver, bro. Especially help the depth of the wide receivers, just because Keenan Allen, them guys missed games last year, and Justin Herbert, leading receiver, was Mike Will, was 895 receiving yards, right? But you replacing that with a Kellen Moore,
bro.
Oh my goodness,
why you look like Kellen Moore's a great OC, bro?
He is a great OC, nigga. He is a great OC.
He's a great OC, nigga.
Yes, he is. He is a great OC. He is a great OC. He just played.
Good about
he just played with the mid Dak, nigga, a mid Dak, and
you said he was better than Lamar Jackson.
He played with a mid Dak, and he also had the Cowboys top 5 in points per game, top 4 in points per game.
Bro, their offense is good.
Hold on. Only year in 19 and 20 where it was bad is when Dak was missing games as well. But he's always finished a top 5, top 2, top 3 offense.
Bro, you act like he's a bro. Kellen Moore's not no creative or great
he's an upgrade, bro.
He call play like he's gonna play Madden, bro.
He's an upgrade for Joe Lombardi, bro. He's an upgrade for Joe Lombardi, bro.
Anybody's an upgrade for Joe Lombardi, but that don't make you a good hire.
His creative play designs.
What creative play designs? Tell me what. I know what he's doing. Tell me what creative play design he got.
The only thing I don't like about Kellen Moore, he does not adjust.
Yo, tell me one creative play that Kellen Moore got. Please tell me.
QB draw, no timeouts.
He did put Zeke at center. That's
you talking about QB draw?
Kellen Moore's last ever play for the Cowboys, he put Zeke at center, boy.
Yeah, that was dumb. But I'm saying this. They got more of an experienced play caller Like Joe Lombardi, like, come on, bro.
If you hire Greg Roman, it's an experience.
How long?
I feel like the Charger problem is their defense, bro. So they fix
So hold on.
y'all basically telling me,
hold on. Y'all basically telling me Kellen Moore is not a good play caller.
He's mid.
He's okay. He's okay.
He's mid because he played with a mid Dak.
How? Bro, you just was top 5 in offense and all that shit. So Dak ain't that damn mid.
Man, Dak is a bad decision maker. Dak ain't no. He's actually playing with an elite
Mookie, Dak Prescott or Lamar Jackson?
I told you Lamar over there. Lamar, I already said Lamar's better than Dak. Lamar's better than Dak, bro. Come on, bro. Let's not do that shit. Dak is turnover prone.
Dak Prescott or Derek Carr?
Bro, yo, J-Rob, bro. If you got the chance, bro, pull up, bro. You gonna tell me Kellen Moore's a great OC?
No, he's better than Joe Lombardi. He's an upgrade. He's an upgrade for what they have before at the offensive position.
So what I'm saying, like Charger offense is the problem besides their defense?
No, I say that play calling is a problem. Their play calling is a problem.
Because they, I mean, he's throwing a lot of yards, putting up points. They can't.
Yeah, that's crazy. Nobody. Like he's throwing a lot of yards
in the league, bro.
And in a very, very, how can I say, conservative play calling, like a very, very methodical, not really aggressive play calling style in the scheme. So I think that would be very, very great for the San Diego Chargers. Like
this
I like a game though. I do like a game though. But
I got J-Rob.
This is how
J-Rob, go. Oh, J-Rob, go in the chat, bro. Accept the link through the chat.
This is how I feel. When it comes to Kellen Moore, like, yeah, he had them offenses cool, but just like Justin Herbert, he had all them yards with the offense, but Justin Herbert had Austin Eckler, Keenan Allen, Mike Will, at least for the last 2 years. That's who he's had consistently. You look at Dak Prescott with Kellen Moore. I believe Kellen Moore has been calling the plays since 2018. I think he was calling the plays his last year with Jason Garrett, and then he just stayed the OC with Mike McCarthy. So even if we just go from time period, he had Amari Cooper, he had CeeDee Lamb, Dalton Schultz.
I'm not going to hold you.
Zeke was still solid. And then Tony Pollard took over. Like,
I'm not going to hold you though.
He's not as bad.
If you look at not
as bad as Joe.
I'm gonna tell you something. If you look at Kellen Moore's offensive rankings for season, he was number one. He was number one in yards. He was 14. If it was number 1, 14, number 1, 11, and then points, he was 6, 17, 1st, and 4. Passing was 3rd, 19th, 5th, and 17th. So
that just screams inconsistent to me.
No. The reason why it was bad his second year, because it was 14th yards, 17 in points, and 19 in passing, is because what's his name was Dak was hurt that year. He was hurt that year, so the rankings went down. But when Dak was healthy, they was finished first, third, 4th, 6th, and 1st in the passing yards.
I'll give you the Dak year because he did get hurt. You're right.
Yeah.
And I think they were running with who knows who what. So I'll give you that for sure. But like you talk about like this creative mind and all, like he's cool. Like he go in, he call the plays. They get their yards. He's cool, but he ain't no.
I ain't gonna lie.
He ain't no world beater. He ain't no world beater.
Started this whole thing when it came to Kellen Moore. Like, what was the?
We talked about Justin Herbert. We talked about Justin Herbert being mid, and then he replaced the offensive coordinator for the Chargers.
Somebody sent a super chat.
Yeah, I understand that. I ain't gonna stay. You understand that Justin Herbert just got bailed out. He's about to have a hell of a year, bro, with Kellen Moore.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, he was gonna have a hell of a year regardless.
You and Trent calling Kellen Moore mid
is
whack as hell, bro. I'm not going front. The only reason Kellen Moore is not the OC of the Dallas Cowboys right now is because of one man and one man only, bro.
Facts.
Dak Prescott, bro. Kellen Moore is used, and you can say they mutually agreed to part ways, but there was a meeting. It's like when you tell that old guy at the top to resign, but he really got fired, but it just sounds better. He mutually parted ways. Mm-hmm. Dak played like trash again. And guess what happens when you play like trash? When you pay the quarterback all the money, somebody got to get blamed for playing trash.
Facts.
So who takes the bear of it all?
Kellen Moore.
You can't, because you're not going to get rid of McCarthy because he and Jerry Jones hip pocket. So you're not getting rid of him.
McCarthy
you can't get
really
rid of that.
I'm not gonna lie, my bad, Jay.
So McCarthy calling the plays next year. I hope everybody know that he calling the plays, bro.
I'm not gonna lie, like McCarthy, like for you guys to try to, and I was gonna say this before, for you guys to just say that Kellen Moore's mid, especially for what happened in the last few seasons, it's not like true. You're completely negating that Mike McCarthy has a hand in that offense as well. Like Mike McCarthy is a big part of that offense as well.
But bro, honestly, in my opinion, to me, it's Dak.
Mike McCarthy is Dak,
bro. To me, it was Dak. If they would have went out there, if they would have went out there and won them football games, or they would have been to the NFC Championship, bro, nobody would be talking about this Kellen Moore thing. I'm actually so surprised, bro. To me, what to me? Tell me, off the strength of the Cooper Rush thing during the start of the year, that alone should tell you that Kellen Moore is competent at his job, bro.
Or wasn't this didn't the defense not have a mean fall off because when Cooper Rush playing, they was playing at a top 5, top 3 level.
I was like, the defense was playing OD with Cooper Rush, and Cooper Rush really
did y'all apply that logic to the 49ers?
Yes.
No, they don't. No,
all I said,
first of all, y'all never even y'all never even asked about that shit ever.
We all talk about Brock Purdy playing well, right?
But nobody ever.
When I bring up Brock Purdy, I compared when I brought up Brock Purdy, I said, look, y'all hyping up everybody else that coming in unexpected doing work. Hype up Brock Purdy too. He's slightly better than Jimmy G. He ain't nothing crazy.
But that ain't saying much because everybody better than Jimmy G. To me, at least.
But I'm saying, but even then, it's
real shit, D man. I hate Jimmy G. I think I like him as a person, but game wise,
even with that, it's slightly. It's like this much. Like
I agree.
He's still.
I agree. I agree with that 1,000%. But G, my thing is, like, why did Josh Johnson go out there and look like a deer in headlights? You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Like some dudes cannot come into football. That's why he's been on 100 different teams in 100 different years.
different teams, bro.
Because at the end of the day, G baby, the issue is everybody can't just come in and do something, bro. Even if they have everything around them, you still gotta mentally know the scheme, know their role, know your options. I'm not going to bail out. I'm not saying Cooper Rush did not benefit from having a great defense. But, bro, let's be real about some of them games. He hadn't had to put together a drive, and Kellen Moore called it. And to me, the biggest issue was when they had Cooper Rush, what did they do more, G baby? They ran the football more. Then Dak comes back. You start saying, well, we paying him this money. He got to throw the ball more. We got to put the ball in his hands. So
isn't that more on the OC? Like, if you see a formula that's working, yes, you have a better quarterback. And we always talk about being a game manager. There's nothing wrong with being a game manager. That's what Brady was when he started.
Facts,
he eventually
became
a leader. So isn't that more on the coach? If, like, I'll give you a perfect example. Remember when Doug Peterson was getting questions about why do you call the game with Nick Foles one way, but you don't call it the same way with Carson Wentz?
Two different
Clearly,
guys,
it's working with Nick Foles. Why can't you do it with
different guys though? Their games aren't the same.
No, but I'm saying like with Nick Foles, like Carson Wentz could have ran an RPO.
Oh, I see what you're saying. The same plays.
Why can't they run the ball?
Yeah.
Why can't they run the ball? So I'm looking like I'm not gonna lie. I don't think that's why Doug Peterson eventually got fired. But I know that went into it, they had a a questions because Carson Wentz
Doug Peterson's situation was. But Doug Peterson's situation was way bigger than that foundation.
That's what I'm saying. I look at Kellen Moore. Don't get me wrong. The Cowboys front office ain't nothing. We know what they are.
Yeah, we know what's going on.
But when you look at like, I think you got to look at the OC as well. I'm not saying So when I said mid, that was probably a stretch.
Yeah, come on.
Saying mid was a stretch.
Bro, G-Baby, what can you do? What can you do, though? What can you do if your starting quarterback that you paid a bunch of bread plays 2 or 3 less games and still finds a way to lead the NFL in interceptions, bro?
I mean, if I'm going to stop, so J-Rob,
bro,
I don't know if you heard me earlier. I said starting from this show, I'm not going to be nasty. So keeping with that, half of those weren't on him. I went and watched the film. Half of those were not.
Okay, let's not say all of them weren't on him. That's cool.
But I still get your point.
Let's go to the playoff game. Let's go to the playoff game.
No.
Let's go to the playoff game.
Playoff game was on.
He was, but G-Baby, he's not just, but to me, it wasn't just like, dudes were open. Like, if you watch the tape of that game against the 49ers, dudes were open.
For sure.
So to me, that's when it's my point. That's why I don't like it, G-Baby, in terms of like Kellen Moore being a scapegoat, is because I'm calling plays that working.
Bro, but he had his
But
way
the quarterback is
coming.
not hitting the guys that are
He
And
had that
receivers
coming-
getting
he had
open
that
as well.
coming
He's
since-
just not doing
He
it
had
right.
that coming since last year with that damn QB draw he did.
But Trent, this has been him forever. This has been my point about Dak.
But he
This
had
has
it
been
coming,
who
though.
he is.
But he had it
But
coming though.
but you're not going to blame the coach. If you're looking for a blame, if you're looking for blame from somebody, guys, we all know it ain't going to be.
I mean, yeah, they're not going to
Yeah.
get rid of Dak nor get rid of Mike McCarthy yet. So they're going to get rid of Kellen
they
Moore.
should have cut tie with
Bro,
that.
Justin Herbert with Kellen Moore and that
It's gonna be
offensive
crazy.
scheme, that's gonna be crazy. That's gonna be.
Was he
lethal,
not
bro.
already
And I'm
crazy?
very excited,
It's
bro.
already crazy.
I think it was
crazy?
good. I think, but I look at it like this: he was crazy because of the talent. Like he was crazy because of the talent. But imagine if Justin Herbert had the talent, but maybe had like Andy Reid out the gate, somebody who was real creative, stuff like that. Like Kellen Moore
So
to
do you
me,
think Kellen
Kellen Moore
Moore's
going to
gonna
actually run the football, G baby. They're going to actually use Eckler and run the football. I'm not saying he's going to be.
Yeah, that's going to lose, nigga.
They're not going to. Kellen Moore's not going to run the football.
Okay, they're going to run the
Because he
football.
didn't run it with Dak.
They,
When Dak came in, he stopped running the ball
But
as
what I'm
much.
saying is,
No, that's not true.
Kellen Moore, he has a balance of
They'll have a
passing and
legitimate
running.
running game. You'll be able to run between the tackles. The
why
Chargers can't
do you
really
think
run
that?
it
Hold on,
between-
wait. Why do you think that?
You can scheme shit up. I think he'll
You
try
can
to
scheme shit up, but if you don't got the runner, like, because Austin is a cool, he's a good running back, but he's not that great.
I do think you needed somebody to complement Austin Eckler, like kind of like how Samaje Perine is more like the inside guy, but I guess so is Joe Mixon. But you know what I'm saying? Like he's designated to run inside
if
the
he
tackle.
tries to get a cowboy system where you have your power and then your finesse, if he tries to do that, I can get with you on that.
I think
and
it could
obviously
work.
we have to wait till the offseason, but like.
No, you'll have to get pieces in place. There'll be an off season, but at least, bro, what was the biggest reason? One of the biggest issues from the Chargers game. Even though I put a lot of blame on the whole team, I think that was just a team loss, not just Staley. But one thing that you did notice was, bro, what can they do?
The run game.
They couldn't run.
They couldn't run. So how much the Jaguars had hella time?
They couldn't scheme shit downfield. I mean, bro, just everything underneath, and they couldn't run the football.
You know in football, bro. When y'all may play a team this season that's better up front than y'all, but y'all still got to run the ball. You scheme that shit up with your linemen, bro. Some guys is pulling, some guys is doing different things. It didn't work for that team. It worked for the Cowboys. I'm just saying I think it could work with a guy like Kellen Moore.
But also too, the Cowboys O-line is leaps better. Like they need a lot of work on that O-line.
I agree with G-Baby. I agree with that. I
don't know how much money they have to spend on
the Chargers O-line. The Chargers O-line is not a good O-line whatsoever. It's not.
It's middle of the pack, bro. It's like lower middle.
No, it's worse. It's worse.
It's
worse.
They don't create no open lanes for Austin Eckler one downfield, and their pass blocking is not good whatsoever. I mean, I agree with G-Baby. They do need some upgrades on the offensive line, which they probably would do. All I think
is not enough.
Okay, but let me ask you this, Mookie: if you had Brandon Staley and whatever he had going on at OC, or Kellen Moore to figure it out, what would you rather have to figure it out?
Oh, Kellen Moore for sure. Kellen Moore
by far.
Kellen Moore. I think that was an upgrade.
To clarify for G Baby, when Dak Prescott came in, they were still running the ball a lot. They didn't switch their offense dramatically. Like they were running the ball a lot when Dak Prescott was in.
Did they not start going more pass heavy though? Like later on during the season.
They
passed
it more. They passed
it more with Dak.
They passed it more, and when you compare it to Cooper Rush, yes, but I mean when you have a guy like Dak Prescott, Cooper Rush, that's what you're supposed to do. They were still a run dominant team. That's just who they were. That was their identity for the whole season. The Eagles lost the game because Dak Prescott was killing us through the passing game. I mean that's just what it was. So throughout the whole season, they were still a run dominant team. Another point is, I'm not going to hold y'all. Like, y'all don't apply the same energy to everybody because for Cooper Rush, y'all sit here and talk about the defense and then the running game and stuff. But for Brock Purdy, I didn't hear that same type of criticism. I'm not going to hold y'all. Like, at the end of the day, though, bro. Hold on. Because that's the thing that I don't like. And people call me a hater. And people call me a hater because that's what I do. Regardless if I like you or not, I'm going to call it what it is. It is what it is. It is Cooper Rush. I got hate on Cooper Rush because I said he relied on his defense. He relied on the running game. I said the same thing about Brock Purdy. He said he relied on the defense, relied on the running game. And I got pushback on both of them. I didn't hear you guys. I did not. Hold on. I did not hear you guys. I did not hear you guys sit here and say that. I did not hear not one time from any of you guys. So don't use that for Cooper Rush.
Wait, hold on. I thought there was better.
Remember,
I was trying to cause the controversy. Like maybe
you was.
I was with you, Dub. I saw what was going on.
I want to respond to that because when it came to Brock Purdy, I said it earlier. The only reason I bigged him up is because I was saying we're bigging up all these other guys. Let's keep the same for Brock Purdy because they haven't lost. I was using it. Yes, absolutely. That's what I was doing. That's what I was doing. I was like, hey, Geno came in as a backup. Nobody expected this.
But Geno played better than both of them.
He was wilding though.
Geno played better than both of those guys though.
Yeah, you're right, but Brock Purdy, he wasn't.
And he had a bottom rig.
The offense looked better, you know what I'm saying? So I was just trying to keep the same energy.
Purdy was playing good, though. I give it to him. He played well, though.
Yeah, I was about to say. And then also, too, like, Cooper Rush, Brock Purdy, like, all these guys, they are what they are. They're game managers. But there's nothing wrong with that. I'm the main one about Jimmy G because I was big on him because I thought, yeah, he's a game manager. But more often than not, he makes the plays when you need him to make them. That's all you need. There's nothing wrong with that.
What plays Jimmy G making?
Except for the one against the Manuel Sanders in the Super Bowl.
What else? What other plays he make though?
Nah, nigga, he ain't make no plays, bro.
Yeah, he ain't no plays.
That's disingenuous.
Brock Purdy can make a play.
Hold on, let me read off some
Brock Purdy
chats
can make a play, bro.
I'm here for the Joe Burrow slander. The Mahomes pole riding comes to an end in 2 weeks. If I was up there, I'll get more in depth with it. That's Leaf Diggy. Dub said one thing y'all don't agree with, and Dub said one thing y'all don't agree with, and everyone not letting it go because they don't let Dub continue to cook G Baby for what he said. That's a fact.
Damn, is that not Dickie?
The 49.
No. Blazing right there.
That's just a fact.
Not Dickie.
That's just a fact.
Bro just played $5
to glaze.
Right now.
Fact.
You just came for $5 to just glaze.
No, that's a fact. Hold on.
He really.
That's crazy. Hold up.
Don't do that to G Baby and then do that.
No. That's a fact though. They out of everything, they picked one part of the argument to sit here and overblow. And then we spent damn near 15 minutes talking about one point of argument.
So this is what happened, J-Rob. I'm gonna ask you.
No.
I'm just telling you.
It's over with.
We're not gonna go back into it.
No. He could go watch the tape, bro.
Bro, he can't.
You go watch.
I watch the tape.
Watch the tape, bro.
We'll do late night dubs and talk about it.
Because that guy Riley, they was hurt, my nigga. Like, come on.
The 49ers offense was one-dimensional because the Eagles forced them to be. Philly shut the whole team down mentally and
That's
physically.
just not true.
Like,
That person just paid $5 to lie.
Niggas, bro.
Like, just to lie.
That niggas like so much context.
The Eagles forced them to be. Yeah, they hurt the quarterback.
But I ain't gonna lie though. I'm gonna be so honest with y'all though. Bro, you understand that. But you know, just
it's HEAR, not HERE.
Yo, bro.
HEAR. That's the correct way to spell it.
Bro, no matter what, bro, they would have lost that game. Brock Purdy and all, bro. It wouldn't have mattered, bro.
That's fine.
You can say that's fine. That's fine.
I don't think it would have mattered. Mookie, you think it would have made a difference, Mookie?
It would have been a close game, but the 49ers still lost. It would have still lost.
Yeah, that defense was playing hard.
That Eagles offensive line is something deadly, bro. Like I've never seen. It's been a long time since I've seen a great offensive line. And they passed.
Why does Hassan Reddick be out there playing like? Yo, who messed with that man, bro?
Right.
He
played so angry, bro.
Yo, I have been.
That would have been all day for Brock Purdy, bro.
Can y'all fucking relax when y'all now? Because Hassan Reddick had like 3 more sacks than Michael Parsons. Y'all saying he better than him, bro? Can y'all chill?
Nobody's saying that.
No, Jerome, no. People are starting to say people are dead ass starting to say that, Dub. Yo, Eagles fans, I'm be seeing shit on TikTok.
Oh no, it's Eagles fans.
This is your fault, Dub.
This
is your fault, Dub.
I don't want to go that far.
No, don't be. No, it's not my fault. It's your fault that you was wrong about the Eagles. That's all.
I wasn't wrong about the Eagles.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie.
I was not wrong about the Eagles. I don't know why you.
Is hey Dub? Why your man's Lane Johnson had Bosa in hell like that, bro?
He had him in the penitentiary, bro.
But I had that man in hell all night, bro.
And I know
with a torn abductor though. He has a
I know my ass Nick before the game was about to happen. I think it was like a week before the game was happening. I said Lane Johnson versus Nick Bosa. What did Nick say? He said, Nick
Bosa gonna be on his ass. I was wrong.
What Lane Johnson did,
he locked
with one leg, bro. Basically one leg. Oh, Nick Bosa, bro. That was unbelievable. He won that battle, bro. He won that battle.
Nah,
The only time Nick Bosa had
zero hits, zero pressures, no
zero
sacks.
hits, zero pressure, everything. Man, this man Lane Johnson would just dominate.
The only
little
time,
boy, that nigga.
The only time Nick
that's
Bosa,
the clinic on just being a dog, bro. That's what's just called being a dog, right?
He just got a bonus for that game. I swear he got a bonus.
Yeah.
he had to.
Yeah.
The only time Nick Bosa was somewhat present was when Jalen Hurts would just hold the rock, and then Nick Bosa would just meet him every time. Other than that, Nick Bosa was irrelevant. He was irrelevant for the whole game, bro. That was right, man. Always remember, G baby. Kellen Moore signing is that he's an upgrade over Lombardi, obviously, but they'll still have problems stretching the field vertically with their wide receiver core with Allen, Carter, and Mike Will.
I mean, he got a point because they ain't got no true speedster wide receivers like that. Like that can.
They got
on the Chargers.
But they got a bailout.
I think they need to draft. I think they should draft like a Josh Downs or like a Zay Flowers in the draft to add to their pass. But they also like G Baby said earlier. They need lineman help though.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe a running game and help them with that line help because at least the defense got to play off that run. They got to play that run, and they give you at least some kind of balance until you get some linemen.
But I do know sometimes if you creative with the run game, you could make up for the deficiencies on your line, depending on what you're running though. Like schematically, what you decide to run.
The Chargers would be a different team offensively if they had an established run game, which they didn't really develop that throughout the whole season. They really didn't have that, bro, and that cost them in that game. Especially when you up a big league, you close off football games running the football. You run the football, you burn the clock.
I
want to add one more thing: is they really, in my eyes, should apply Herbert more into the run game. Make him a runner in your run game. Sometimes I'm not saying doing it all the time, but before Justin Herbert got drafted, he had 4 touchdowns against Utah in the Rose Bowl.
Yeah, but I think part of that he was hurt. Like when Herbert got hit with them rib injuries, and I think he just got surgery the other time with his I think his shoulders like that. That's when he stopped running. He started changing up his mechanics. That's why I think he led the NFL in batted balls because he changed off his mechanics because he was dealing with a shoulder injury and also his ribs. So I agree with you. He does need he is physical. He is physical. Man. He needs to establish the one. That's one
like a little read option with Justin Herbert making defense have to just play him a little more honest. I think he'll open some things up. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
When I seen Joe Burrow ran and made that fucking juke move, I said,
Joe Burrow did.
Joe got a little something in him.
Joe Shiesty,
he cooked him. Hold on.
Tank down to the Chargers could be tough, bro. Good call out.
If Lamar stays with the Ravens, who should be the perfect candidate for the new offensive coordinator job?
Byron Leftwich.
Anybody go get some real wide receiver, goddamn.
You feel me, G baby? Byron Leftwich. Go get Byron Leftwich.
That man some help, bro.
Yeah, why Byron Leftwich don't got a job, bro? That is crazy, bro. This man.
You know what? I don't want to. I don't want to.
You know what?
You know what I want to. Yo,
come on, bro.
We know where this is gonna go.
You know what I want to say, bro.
Come on, bro.
How did Frank Wright get another job head coach in the league, bro?
Facts. It's just.
How Steve Wilkes don't got a job, y'all?
Fact.
Man, you know what time it is.
Byron Leftwich, that man is a Super Bowl. He's a Super Bowl winning coach. I mean, bro, come on, bro. Get this man a job.
Where Frank Reich at?
Yeah, got the Panthers job
because he played.
How the hell, Frank White?
Bro, how does Steve Wilkes not get that job, y'all? The Panthers were buns. We thought they were dead in the water, and they almost got a late playoff spot with Sam Darnold, bro.
Bro, J-Rob,
that would have been funny as hell.
I don't know why they do that. That the interim head coaches that fill in the spot, and they prove like the Raiders, like when they prove that they can sit here and be sustainable, that they just don't roll with that guy. The Eagles did it with Nick Sirianni. I don't know why. That's weird. That's weird, bro.
Weird.
Fact.
Weird, bro.
All right, so the Super Bowl is coming up. Eagles and Chiefs. And you guys know who sponsors this week's Players Choice Lucra. Use code Players Choice Lucra Wager of the Week, man. For the football, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do Kenneth Gainwell versus Pachenko for rushing yards. If player's choice would take Kenneth Gainwell, you guys could take Pachenko, and then we'll go off of that. Other than that, I want to hear your guys' predictions on the game. How you guys think this is gonna play out, and what do you guys think is what do you guys expecting from the Super Bowl?
I think Chiefs win 31-28. And I think Patrick Mahomes gonna have a game. I think like not like a legacy game type shit, but like this is gonna be. I think it's gonna be one of his best games, bro. Cause like, bro, like Travis Kelce gonna play. I think he's gonna have everybody back, right? He should.
He should.
So I don't know. I just got a feeling he'll have a big ass game, going Super Bowl MVP. It's gonna be a huge game for him though. But it can be what's his name?
Oh, let me ask you something. What evidence you seen from Mahomes where he played unbelievable in the Super Bowl?
49ers.
I ain't gonna lie. I'll say damn Bucks. He was running for his life. He was making crazy ass throws.
He was up until late in the fourth quarter, bro.
I say the Bucks game when he was even getting fucking chased around like a dog.
What?
Did you see them throws he was making in the game?
The Bucks game.
The Bucks game.
What do you say, Mookie? Did you see them,
bro?
He could have had like
watched that game. If you watched that game,
hold on.
He was running for his life.
Hold on. So we basically
there was a lot of throws
so we basically
making on the no. Hold up. There was a lot of throws that his receivers was dropping. You know good and well if Justin Herbert was running around and Keenan Allen and Mike Will were dropping the passes for him, you would be up here saying, "Oh my God, they keep selling Herbert, bro." The receivers,
bro. We get everybody. So we get praises to what Justin Herbert did. I mean, not just Herbert, but Patrick Mahomes did some flashy ass acrobatic passes that the receiver could have catch. They didn't complete it. He didn't have
they dropped it. What are you saying?
He was hitting it on the money.
He was hitting it on the money
though, bro.
What are you saying? If Justin
right
this is how you know, bro. He hating OD because this was Justin.
I'm not hating.
If this was Justin Herbert, bro. You be OD right now, bro.
A man that didn't even barely throw over, I believe, 200 yards.
Did you watch the game? He had like 4 touchdowns that he threw, and his receivers dropped it, bro. What are you talking about?
His receiver.
What are you talking about? This was Justin Herbert.
So many crucial plays, bro.
Oh,
come on. Don't do that, bro. You do this shit all the time with Justin Herbert, bro. If this nigga was throwing passes mid-air, fucking on the side, you be ODing with that shit, bro. But now when it's Mahomes,
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Patrick Mahomes started to be overrated, bro. Y'all started to overrate.
Oh my God!
I swear to God, bro. Like y'all starting to overrate this nigga. You got niggas call him top 5 all time.
He is top 5, and when he win the Super Bowl,
you got some people call this man the
bro. When he win the Super Bowl, he gonna
I swear, bro. In the next couple years,
you know what? That's my goal. No, that's my goal.
Dub.
That is my goal.
I guarantee
I have never seen. I have never. Hold on. I have never seen any football player play quarterback.
Wait, Patrick Mahomes just had 300 and some yards on one leg and 2 touchdowns.
Hold up, Nick. Hold up, Nick. Let me get this real quick. This man is probably the greatest quarterback I've ever seen play in my fucking life. From a talent perspective, we all know that Tom Brady got the accolades, right? I have never seen a quarterback play perfect.
Aaron Rodgers died?
Hold up. Yeah, he's dead. He's dead. He's dead. Because guess what? Guess what Mahomes did against that same San Francisco 49ers defense? He torched their fucking ass in the fourth quarter. That's 1. 2, Patrick Mahomes, from a talent perspective, this man is the best quarterback I have seen in my fucking life. The throws he makes, the plays he generates, him being able to be mobile at the same time. Bro, he won this game with Juju going out, Mecole Hardman going out, just Kelce and Backupson. Tony even got out. On one fucking leg. Not 2, 1 fucking leg. This talent. You want to talk about you can't teach that talent with Herbert. You can't teach that talent with Mahomes. You can't teach that.
It's easy to have one of the greatest play callers. One of the greatest play callers.
Nigga, don't do that.
Oh my God.
And Andy Reid that can scheme some shit up.
Oh my God.
Okay, I have a question. And this is going to be really crazy that I'm about to do this. But Mookie, I know how nasty you are. And this is for the chat, so they never put me in the same category. Can you not use that argument with Drew Brees having Sean Payton?
No, because what did Sean Payton do without Drew Brees?
What was Andy Reid without Patrick Mahomes?
What did Sean
He went to
Payton
the
do
Super
without
Bowl,
Drew
but
Brees?
he wasn't like
Hold
what he's
on.
What?
Was the Saints a top 5 offense? Was they a top 10 offense the year that Drew Brees left? No. Sean Payton had 1 year without Drew Brees, and he fucking quit. He quit, nigga.
Oh
He quit,
Why
nigga.
you like
He
so much
quit,
context?
nigga.
Like the team
He
didn't
quit,
change
nigga.
though.
Goodbye.
Yeah, why?
He quit.
Why you?
Nice
wait,
try.
wait, wait,
Jameis
wait,
Winston
hold on,
was
time
having
out.
a
Jameis
try.
Winston got
Nice
injured.
try.
Jameis Winston
Nice
got
try.
injured.
Jameis
And
Winston
Jameis
got
Winston
injured. Jameis
Winston
Winston
got
got
hurt.
injured. Then it was Trevor Siemian for 4 games. Then when we started Taysom Hill,
And the thing
he
is,
actually
bro,
started winning
Oh my
again.
goodness,
G baby,
bro.
listen,
No,
bro.
and
G
then
baby,
Ian
G baby,
Brooks
G
Bro,
baby,
Sean
G baby.
Payton,
You know what it is, bro? G
everybody,
baby,
Sean
G
Payton,
baby.
everybody. Sean Payton
Bro.
had 1 year without Drew Brees.
Without Michael Thomas, his back, the guy who's supposed to replace Drew
Use
Brees wasn't
context,
hurt.
nigga.
Was hurt as well.
And
did
they were
Albert
5-2 before he got hurt.
Was Albert Kamara hurt though? Didn't he get
Yo,
hurt that year
Jameis
too?
was 5. They was 5-2 before they got hurt.
Oh my God, bro, Drew,
He
listen,
missed
what
like
I'm
2
saying-
games.
What I'm saying is
2
this.
games?
Is that,
Okay.
What I'm
Like
saying
2.
is this is that he was out without Drew Brees. He only played 1 season. 1 season without Drew Brees, and after that, he was done.
You're not
Like,
adding
you got
context
more
to
to
that
prove.
season. You're
Bro,
not
you
adding
keep on saying
to that
context. The
season.
simple fact, if Sean Payton is a great play caller, like you sat there and said he would,
Bro.
he could turn quarterbacks into
We were 5-2.
great quarterbacks.
With
bro.
Jameis Winston coming off a 30-30 season was looking the best he ever looked with Sean Payton.
Yeah, but that
What are you
offense,
talking
that
about?
offense
When he
was
got
not
hurt.
that offense was not prolific.
We
Bro,
didn't
hey,
have
hey,
Michael
hey,
Thomas, our
Hey,
best
stop it,
receiver.
but G
We
baby,
had
G
Trey.
baby.
Wait, hold up, Trent.
Yeah,
Trent.
go ahead.
We
go
didn't
ahead.
have Trey. We had Traquan Smith and Marquez Callaway. I'm just gonna give you
We
an
didn't
example.
have. Hold
No,
on.
stop.
Go ahead, bro.
Hold up. I'm gonna give you an example. Look at Aaron Rodgers this year with no weapons. Look at Aaron Rodgers with Alan Lazard, Romeo Dobbs, and a late and Christian Watson who didn't show up to the end
It's a
of the
nice ass
season.
card.
So overall, he didn't have the weapons to look great on offense, bro. He didn't. He had Marcus Callaway and Traquan Smith.
Even if you can sit
that
there,
matters.
hold on, G baby, even you can
No,
sit there.
it matters.
Okay, I understand it. Even if you can sit there and say it, the time where Drew Brees was missing games as well in that 19-20 year, right, when Drew Brees went out, I believe, with a hand injury against the Rams, the offense still was not looking prolific under Drew Brees under center.
Are you
So
talking
what
about
I'm
with Teddy
saying is
Bridgewater
that-
when he had Michael Thomas?
Yes.
They went 5-0.
Okay, 5-0 because our elite
Yes.
level defense. Our elite level defense was the
and
main.
Michael
we
Thomas
was living
was
off our
out.
defense.
And Michael Thomas was going crazy
him.
during
Michael
that stretch.
Thomas-
We was living off our. Yeah, he was going crazy, but we was living off our defense, bro. We was
Michael
mainly
Thomas
winning
was going
games
crazy. What are you saying?
We was mainly winning games off our
You gonna
defense.
make me go
Yeah,
my
Michael
bad.
Thomas.
You gonna go my bad now.
Bro, stop it, bro. That is
Yo,
a
you know what it
huge
is, G
threat.
baby. You know what it is.
That is a
You know what
huge
it is.
threat.
No, G
The
baby.
chat
what
is
I'm
literally saying that the Saints had a top 7 offense before Jameis Winston got hurt. The chat literally just said that. Multiple
Small
people
sample- how many
said
games was
they
that?
had a top 7 offense.
How many games was that?
7. That was half a
You gotta
season.
know who
Small
that is.
sample size, nigga.
That's half a season. That's half a season.
Hey, G baby,
You gotta at least give me at
That's
least
half a season.
You gotta at least give me
That's
at
half a
least 10
season.
games so I
Hey,
can
it's
half a
sit there and
season.
say
G-baby.
that is
That's
a
half
real
a
good
season.
comparable sample
half a
size.
season.
You know what
when
it
I
is,
can
bro?
judge.
You know what it
Small
is?
sample size, my
Mookie,
nigga.
you know what it
Half a
is, though?
season.
Stop
G
it,
baby,
bro.
you know what it
Half a
is?
season.
Mookie just don't want to acknowledge. You know,
struggle to score
Mahomes
points
kinda-
against the Seahawks.
hey,
The
bro, look,
Seahawks that
hey,
year, man.
hey,
Stop
hold on,
it.
Mookie. Hey, look,
Outta here,
hey, you
bro.
know what it is, G baby? Mahomes kind of like Roman Reigns. At some point, you just got to acknowledge the nigga, bro. He just don't want to acknowledge that Patrick Mahomes is going to be better than Drew
No,
Brees.
y'all
digging.
overrate.
That's what he don't acknowledge.
Hold on.
He
Hold
just
on.
don't want to
I
acknowledge.
acknowledge Patrick Mahomes
Nah, you don't.
is the best quarterback in the NFL, right? I
He's top
acknowledge
five.
that. I acknowledge that he's
That's
great,
Damn, good top
unbelievable.
3.
No
He
no
top-
hate for this
really,
man. I actually like
honestly,
Patrick Mahomes. But it's you fucking fanboys. It's you niggas that sit on your fucking knees and just slob,
You're a
bro.
fucking Drew
I'm
Brees
tired of
fanboy.
that
You
shit,
think
bro.
he's top
Stop
two.
calling this.
You're a
Stop
fanboy.
calling this nigga top 5 quarterback.
You're a
That
fanboy.
is disrespectful.
You are a
That is disrespectful,
fanboy.
nigga.
You
That
just
is
said Drew Brees was
disrespectful.
top 2,
You can't
nigga.
do
You
that
a
shit.
fanboy.
Stop calling him the greatest quarterback playoff performer of all time. That is disrespectful, bro. You
Mookie.
cannot sit there and
Mookie.
give Patrick Mahomes all this motherfucking credit
Mookie.
and not acknowledge that he had Travis
Mookie.
Kelce, one of the greatest
Mookie.
tight ends of all time, top
Mookie.
3 arguably. He had
Sure.
one of the greatest weapons in Tyreek Hill. He had one of the greatest play callers of all time. And goddamn
Mookie.
Andy Reid. The
Mookie.
guys was fucking
Tyreek
elite
Hill is one of the
before Patrick
greatest
Mahomes
receivers of all
touchdown,
time.
nigga.
Tyreek Hill is one of the greatest receivers of all time.
No, I said one of the greatest weapons in his game of his time in football.
Mookie.
That's what Tyreek
okay.
Hill was.
Mookie, okay.
Stop
bro.
acting like that. Them
Okay,
guys were
Mookie.
established wide receivers and weapons
Mookie.
before
He
Patrick
came
Mahomes touched
in
down.
off the fucking rip through 50 fucking touchdowns in 5 fucking hey, shut that shit up, nigga.
Oh,
you can't name a quarterback in these past 6 years that what Patrick Mahomes has done. Stop hating, nigga. You can't name it. You can't name
Free
a
Henry
quarterback.
Ruggs, bro. Free Henry Ruggs.
Listen. All I'm gonna say.
All I'm gonna say. In a row.
Justin Herbert in the COVID riddle season.
This is his third Super Bowl appearance. He about to get his second ring.
This one's for Ben right here.
Acknowledge the nigga, bro. He not no overrated. He's top 5, bro. Stop trying to do that shit.
The man lost Tyreek Hill, and he still made it to the Super Bowl on one leg. On one leg.
It was rigged for him to win.
Get that out of here.
It was rigged, dog. Stop it, bro.
Stop. No, cut it out.
Act like he didn't have help, bro.
Hey, so Mookie.
That doesn't take away. That doesn't take away from the performance he had.
Like I said, Dub. Like I said, hold on, G-Baby. Let me say this right quick. Like I said, Dub. In the next 3 years, Patrick Mahomes fanboys is about to turn into Tom Brady fanboys. They about to start overrating this motherfucker.
I'm glad you brought up Tom Brady. I'm glad you brought up Tom Brady.
What's your thought on this boy?
Hold up, Nick. I'm glad you brought up Tom Brady. You want to sit here and say Drew Brees?
You want to go Green? You want to go Green Bay? Okay.
To try to diminish. Oh, I think Mookie's frozen.
You want to go Green Bay?
Yeah, Mookie died. Cameron died, man.
Mookie froze.
You want whatever team you pull out? I'm gonna answer whatever team you pull out.
You know what it is, bro? Bro, he's the same nigga who's talking about fanboys. He says Drew Brees is top 2. It's a fucking fanboy.
Hold on, wait.
This is a nice Lamar card right here.
Oh my God, I want him to be here.
Wow, I gotta get some new. I ain't got nothing new, bro.
Where is Mookie? Where did Mookie go? Oh my God. Dang.
You pull out.
Well, I was going to say, for him to diminish Sean Payton,
that's
and
crazy.
Who he is as an offensive coach. Why don't he apply that to Tom Brady? Because Bill Belichick hasn't done anything without Tom Brady. Bill Belichick hasn't won anything without Tom Brady.
Randy.
That's fire.
That's a fire.
So this is the inconsistencies that I have with people a lot. For Drew Brees made Sean Payton. Well, and then he says, what does Sean Payton do after Drew Brees? What the hell did Belichick do after Tom Brady if that's your logic towards Drew Brees? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, literally missed.
He's made one playoffs in the seasons he hasn't had Tom Brady.
Hey, real, don't be fucking gross.
And I don't even like that because I understand. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't even like that. I don't even like that way of thinking because at the end of the day, what I look at is I do put context in everything, and I understand Bill Belichick has had to shorten his stick a lot of times, but if you going with that logic, I don't understand how you're not applying that to everybody. That's my problem. That's my problem, man. Let me read off some of these super chats. Eagles Nation, don't tell me Parsons was better than Reddick this year.
Prayers up to my guy, man.
Hey, the first one of the first best mobile guys ever do it right here.
Hold up, fellas. Don't tell me Parsons was better than Reddick this year without saying he just is. He gets picked apart when anyone schemes him. Example, Eagles first game.
Yo,
if you scheme against anybody, they're gonna get picked apart. Oh my!
Dub, like I know you chill.
Dub, I know you don't agree.
Eagles fans like that, bro. This Eagles fans
I
like
got
that.
one,
Yo, that
one
was
funny.
bottom they ass, bro. Like, shut up.
That was funny, bro.
Damn, bro.
Is he talking about Parsons?
Yes. Like, come on, bro. Like,
don't just shaking his head.
That,
no, we put that man through hell. I'm not gonna hold you. We put Parsons through hell that
bro,
game.
Maybe we gotta talk about Lane Johnson more, bro. He just locking everybody up.
What we need to talk about Lane Johnson? He's like a top 2 tackle. That's what he do.
I just feel like he don't get his credit though.
I think he does.
I mean, I think he does. Just that
I just feel like linemen don't.
Nobody talk about linemen for real, honestly.
Like the only lineman people talk about is Trent Williams, even though he threw Burrow's ass. That was crazy.
So like, oh my God, it's like Michael Parsons. You have to understand, like Michael Parsons.
He does so much more than rush the passer.
Yeah, he does so much more than rush. On top of that, like Reddick is playing alongside Cox, Jordan Davis, Ndamukong Suh. It's like, they can't scheme on Reddick if everybody is getting.
Eagles Nation, why do y'all niggas stat watch for defensive linemen, bro? Come on, go look at the numbers. We know he had more sacks than him. That don't mean he's better than him at all.
Just because you have more sacks don't mean you're better.
Like, why do y'all niggas stat watch?
No busy tubes. I didn't freeze. I'm just over it.
That's all that is.
Like, damn, bro.
There you go, Trent. There you go, Trent. Look,
That's my
throwback
nigga.
for you, bro.
That's Tiki. Now Tiki, that's a hard ass card. Tiki
Yes,
hard.
sir.
You want me to get my old card bag? Oh man.
Is that Strand too?
Pat
Yes,
is as
sir.
super chat from Loaded. Pat is as good as y'all say he is,
Look
but
at this mellow right here.
stop Mahomes played. Hold up, Nick. Pat is as good as y'all say he is, but stop. Mahomes played the same versus that 49ers defense as Rodgers. Watch those games back. Most of it was
Mr.
prime
Taylor.
Barry Sanders.
Lawrence Taylor playing golf.
No, I'm glad. I'm glad you sent that super chat
That's
because I actually rewatched. I rewatched multiple times that Chiefs versus 49ers Super Bowl. Mahomes, you could say for the first 3 quarters he was bad, but guess what? He was going nuclear in that 4th quarter. The same way we give Trevor Lawrence praise for willing himself back from that first half, that terrible first half, and the way how he turned things around in the second half. That's what Patrick Mahomes did in that 4th quarter.
Yeah.
He killed them. He killed them in that 4th quarter, bro.
Yeah.
So cut
When
that
it
out.
matter. Yeah, when it mattered, he took the game in his hand, man. He took over, man. And dude got in the emotion and wanted to touch him so bad, he forgot he was out of bounds. Man. Game over. That really was.
Hey, how do you guys feel about Mahomes being a top 3 or top 4 quarterback?
Ever?
To my all time.
That's fine with
All
me. That's fine with me.
I don't feel bad about it.
Hey, yo, light work. Don't ever say in your life that fucking John Elway is better than Patrick Mahomes. Don't want to hear
John
that shit.
Elway's not. I can't even.
I'm
John
so
Elway's not
sorry.
close.
Patrick
He's not
Mahomes,
close
bro.
to Mahomes, bro.
Not, bro.
He's not close
bro.
to Mahomes.
Whoa.
He that.
I can't even lie on
Hold
that.
on.
John
Elway
Elway
ain't
ain't
better than
even
Steve Young.
top
To keep it in
5.
the buck. Like,
I could read some of his stats right now if I wanted to.
Mid.
That's so nasty.
Actually, no, I'm sorry. That's a wrong word to use. I said I wasn't going to be nasty. John Elway is not a top 5 quarterback. Honestly, I don't think he has an argument.
he doesn't have an argument. John Elway does not have a top argument to be a top 5.
It was in.
Why does he have an argument? I'm not gonna,
Because
I'm
I
not gonna say
think
he doesn't
there's
have an argument.
6, possibly 7 quarterbacks
There's 6
that I think are
possibly 7
legit,
quarterbacks, bro.
NFL throws.
no doubt about it, better than John Elway.
Like, no doubt. I mean, John
No
Elway
doubt.
was good for his
No
time.
doubt.
Tom Brady,
John Elway was nice.
Peyton Manning, Joe Montana, Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees, Patrick Mahomes, Steve Young, and Dan Marino. That's 8.
No cap. He's fighting with Drew Brees. I'm not gonna hold you. John Elway.
No, he isn't, bro.
John Elway. John
No,
Elway.
he's not football, bro.
John Elway won the last 2 Super Bowls at the end of his career and got y'all fooled. John Elway.
He went to the Super Bowl like 5 times.
3 times.
Yeah, and lost one.
In the first 3, he lost.
Yeah, I know he
wasn't
lost,
this
but
high until he won them last 2, bro. He's not better than Drew Brees. I don't know why this is an argument. What does
before
John
his
Elway
era,
do better than Drew
before
Brees?
his era,
He ain't better than Drew Brees.
No.
Why not?
No.
Why not?
No.
What does John Elway
There's
do
nothing
better
in
than
the
Drew
quarterback position that he do better than Drew
Thank
Brees,
you.
bro.
My bad, bro.
Yeah.
He throwing a run. He throwing a run.
John Elway's not better than Drew Brees.
Yeah, he's not better than Drew
Yeah,
Brees.
yeah, he's
let's
throwing a
not
run,
do
bro.
this.
I want to know why. Like, y'all just keep saying he's not. I don't know why.
I told you, give me something that John Elway does.
Look at that.
Tell me what John Elway does better than Drew Brees.
I think
Dub,
I'm
everything
gonna tell you this,
in the
Dub. I
quarterback
think,
position.
hey, Dub, I'm
From
gonna
a
tell you
talent-
this. I think from a quarterback talent perspective,
Somebody stole my
I think
basketball,
Drew
bro.
Brees.
I got MJ.
I think Drew Brees to have that limitation of being not above 6 feet and to be able to remain consistent and to play multiple years, his longevity, and also being to play at a high level, being accurate, and also playing with less, and to lead the New Orleans Saints to the playoffs consistently, playing at a high level in the playoffs in the regular season. I think if we're looking at terms of a talent standpoint, Drew Brees is better than John Elway. If we're looking at terms of production, Drew Brees surpasses John Elway in that sense of it all. Drew Brees, and then if we're looking at terms of the help at the quarterback position, because it takes 2 sides, to tangle. You know what I'm saying? And the defense, and also the weapons that he had. I mean, we can't act like that. John Elway had one of the greatest tight ends of all time, is Shannon Sharp. I think Drew Brees. I think.
Yo, it's crazy.
Yo, that's funny.
So yeah. I'm telling you this. Yeah, Drew is over John Elway, bro. He's over that, bro.
Yo,
This for a talent and production standpoint, bro.
I mean, from a talent, I mean, John Elway does have a bigger arm, and top of that, like Like, I think you guys are sleeping on John Elway's talent. In his time, he was a very talented quarterback, and
Yeah.
the production compared to his era is like on par to the production that Drew Brees was doing as well.
No.
Compared to his era,
What did he
In
say?
1990,
What
right?
did he
No.
say?
Compared-
In 1990, right? It said
Compared
no one in
to his
the
to his
NFL
era, yes.
No
Compared
one
to
in the
his
NFL
era,
throws on
John
the run as
Elway
well as
was
John
not
Elway,
producing
bro.
at the same
And
level.
leading the
I
Broncos
know.
into their
I know
third
it's a
Super
different
Bowl
era.
game in 4 seasons. He
What?
became the
I
only
was-
player to gain 200 rushing yards and 3,000 yards in passing for 5 straight years
cool.
in
I
'89.
didn't see.
That's adorable. That is cute. That is
I'm
cute.
just reading. I'm just
Give him a chocolate chip cookie. Drew Brees is the only person other than Tom Brady, and Tom Brady barely did it in 2020 to throw for multiple 5K seasons.
is true.
Multiple. He's got
Brees got what,
5 of them
five?
things. He's got
Yeah.
5 of them things.
He has G baby. He has the
5K
most.
seasons.
He has
G baby. He
four.
has the
He has
most
four.
5,000.
He has 5. He has 5.
He has
four.
Drew
Yeah, he has
Brees had
four.
the
He has
most
four.
5,000 pass yards of all time. He also has the most 4,000 passing yards of all time. And if we looking at a production standpoint, bro, you can make an argument Drew Brees got the best production of any quarterback in NFL history.
You can
No.
say that.
Oh
We
shit,
talking
we
about-
talking about this
He
guy?
has 5. He has 5.
Oh, yeah, he do have
08,
five.
5,069.
Ooh, okay, you
11,
got you
5476. 50.
Oh, yeah, he do got 5. He do got 5.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
Yeah.
Damn,
Who
that nigga got
was
5
in
of them
20?
things.
Who was in 2013 throwing for more? Oh, that was Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
Hey,
Peyton
shout
Manning.
out to you, Mookie. Look at this thing right
Peyton
here.
Manning,
Oh, Herbert, Oregon. Yeah.
So
yeah.
the
I agree.
argument.
He ain't never got 5,000 passing yards.
But the thing that this is why I say like this football shit is weird, especially comparing two different eras. Is like
Yeah.
the era that John Elway played in, I think for his time is comparable to Drew Brees. You can't just sit here and say just because Drew Brees threw for 5K, he's automatically
Comparable?
better than Elway, just because of that.
It's not
Like
really-
I'm not
That's
with
one of the
that. I'm
reasons,
not
but
with
it's
that.
Okay,
not-
so
it's
Doug,
not-
you
it's not
tell
because of
me
that.
That's one of the reasons.
what would be
but
the
it's not
case
only
for
reason.
John Elway? What would be the case for John Elway over Drew Brees, but besides the rings?
It's
As
not
a
the
player.
rings. Well, yeah, I got you. The talent John Elway has is on par with Drew Brees. On top of the talent, for his time and the way that we're dominant and statistical machines for their time, they're very comparable with each other. He has longevity as well. Drew Brees played at a high level for like 15 years, while Joe
John,
Montana
how many?
played
What's the high level for John
12.
Elway? 'Cause I'm looking at
12.
this shit.
12.
This shit is
12.
not that good.
Hold on, let me
Even
ask you
for
something.
the time, I'm looking
From
at what he did. He threw
1983
for
to
four-
Hold on.
Hey, Dub, is this your boy,
95,
Dub?
bro, he was
Hold on,
going
so
crazy.
let me ask you
Whoa,
something. So
what'd you say, D-man? From
From
1983 to what?
1983 to 95, his numbers look. Well, 83 was like
83,
1,600
1,600 yards.
1,600
84,
yards.
No, not
500
83.
yards.
86.
After that,
He
it was
86.
25, 38, 34, 31, 33, 30, 35, 32,
Because like
22, 4,000.
And you can't. And I know what
34,
you're gonna do, Trent. You're
39.
gonna look at the TD interception
I'm saying,
ratio.
but
He never
and
was
that-
5, though. He
But
never was 5.
that TD to interception ratio for that time, it's actually a very good ratio in that time, bro.
Okay,
So,
but
that
Doug,
don't make
but
him
Doug,
close to
but
Drew
Doug,
Brees.
Yeah, come
what are you
on.
talking
Drew
about?
Brees is one of the most
Just
accurate.
because it's good for your
Drew
era,
Brees-
it don't make it close.
No.
Drew Brees is the
Drew,
most
like you're
accurate
missing
quarterback
Quarterback
ever,
of
the
though.
point.
A-
Like,
ever.
You
you're
say
missing the
it's
point.
comparable.
It's
Was
not.
John Elway even the most accurate quarterback in his time?
Let me ask you something.
I mean, he played alongside Dan Marino. I think Dan Marino's
Doug,
better
let me
than
ask you.
both.
Doug, let me ask you something. Would you say John Elway was the most productive quarterback in his time?
No, Dan Marino and probably Warren Moon was playing at the same time, so you had those two.
Okay, but Drew Brees was playing in a time with Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Aaron Rodgers,
Aaron Rodgers.
and you can make an argument Drew Brees is more productive and being consistent than them guys. To John Elway, I mean, like you said, Warren Moon, Dan Marino, them guys was more productive than John Elway. So the
I'm
simple
gonna just
fact
keep it.
that
I'm gonna keep it a
Montana's
bean with y'all. I'm gonna keep it a bean with y'all. No cap. Drew Brees is really one ring away from being looked at like Dan Marino. I'm 100%. I'm serious. I'm so serious.
So I have a
And they
question.
both
So I
better
have a
than
question.
John
Well,
Elway.
So you said he has an argument over Breeze, but he doesn't have an argument
I
over
said it's-
Steve Young?
I said it's comparable.
No, because when I named the 8 guys,
Oh,
you said
Steve
I'm not
Young.
gonna
I
lie.
think Steve Young. He has an argument too. I think he has an argument over all of the guys that you just named. It's not just clear cut for me.
So he has an argument over Dan Marino.
I think if somebody wanted to argue the winning route, I think they could.
So
I
we
would personally
named.
have Dan Marino.
Okay, so hold on. We named
No.
8, right? And you only said 2.
He
you
named
can argue?
8.
I named 8 quarterbacks better than
You
John
said
Elway.
Steve. I'm just attacking Drew Brees, honestly.
Because
I got Mahomes. I got
But
Mahomes.
we said he has no case. But he has no case to be top 5, and we already
I don't care about that. I'm talking about Drew
But
Brees.
it was my
Oh,
You
yeah,
don't
dog.
think
so
Drew
but I was
Brees is a top 5 quarterback?
That nigga's full of
No,
dog.
Drew Brees is not a top 5 quarterback. No.
What?
Not at all.
Man, stop.
Not at all.
Dog,
Can
come
I
on,
have
Not
a
top 5
5,
Come on,
quarterback.
dog. You can't be saying
Oh,
that.
this is easy.
man.
You got Tom Brady, Joe Montana, Peyton Manning, Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers.
You got Patrick Mahomes and Aaron Rodgers over Drew Brees.
Aaron Rodgers is better than Drew
I'm not
Brees.
gonna.
Aaron Rodgers better than
Yeah,
I'm not gonna argue.
Aaron Rodgers is for sure better than Drew Brees. I'm not.
Aaron
Dan
Rodgers is not better
Marino.
than Drew Brees.
Dan Marino, I think, is better than Drew Brees as well.
No, he's not. You just be saying
Yeah,
shit.
Dan
Bro.
Marino
I
is
ain't
better.
gonna argue dumb shit, bro.
You want to talk about multiple 5K seasons? Dan Marino was doing that before Drew Brees.
Dan Marino had one 5K season.
One time.
He had one 5K season. What are you talking about?
Yo,
The only people that have
1984.
multiple 5Ks, the only
And Dan
That's
Marino's
crazy.
people that have
hold on, everybody. Dan Marino's
5K
his
seasons
production.
Tom Brady and Drew
His
Brees.
production didn't translate into winning a Super Bowl.
And that's why I said. That's exactly why I said,
Come on,
bro.
Why you just
Drew
say
Brees-
that? You just fucked up your
Brees-
whole argument.
Drew Brees is literally one Super Bowl
No,
away
but
from being looked at like Dan
Doug
Marino,
said,
bro.
if you want to use the winning argument for Elway, I can see that. Why can't we use the winning argument for Drew Brees too?
Okay, that's fine. Then John Elway is better than Drew Brees then.
No, he's not.
I mean,
5 Super
I'm
Bowls
just saying,
is greater-
no, because we were comparing it to Dan Marino. We were comparing it to Dan Marino.
Oh my
So if
God,
you're
no.
gonna say you,
Gee,
Doug,
baby,
you
that's not
said-
my
no, Doug,
argument. I
Doug,
said.
you
Go ahead,
just
go.
said.
Repeat what I said. Yep.
You just said if somebody wanted to argue John Elway and Dan Marino and wanted to go the winning route, then okay. So I'm saying, okay, then why can't you use the argument for Drew Brees over Dan Marino in the same breath?
And I said,
That's a fact.
okay. And I said, okay. Then by that logic, John Elway is better than Drew Brees as well.
Yes, consistent with that logic, yes, with the winning thing, if that's the case.
Okay, then we're in agreement. What are we arguing?
Okay, so is John Elway better than Aaron Rodgers?
No,
With the logic, he won more.
not at all.
He won more.
We talking about
Aaron
the
Rodgers.
We talking about the winning argument.
Inconsistent.
It's not.
Doug.
No,
Inconsistent
that's not
with shit,
inconsistent at all.
With the logic, we're using the winning
what-
logic, right? Are we
Come
not
on, bro.
using the winning logic right now? With the
That's
winning
not what
logic,
we're using.
John
You
Elway
have
should
Aaron
be over
Rodgers
Drew
over-
No,
Brees.
what are you talking? No, G baby.
Doug,
What did I just tell you?
Did
What?
not
No,
just
G
hear?
baby.
Nah,
G
you
baby,
literally
G baby.
just said that John Elway's over Drew Brees, and then
Because
we literally
of the
just
winning.
asked.
G baby, G baby. No, hold on, Trent. This is the dumb shit
be
you
back,
be
bro.
doing
Y'all niggas
that be
wild.
annoying me sometimes, bro.
You just said
Because
it.
I literally said, I told you my ranking. I said I have Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, Joe Montana, and Aaron Rodgers is my top 5 guys. Then I have Dan Marino. That's not how I look at it. If people want to argue the winning argument to be above Aaron Rodgers and then be above what's his name, Drew Brees and Dan Marino, cool. You can
So
have
where's
that.
Eli Manning?
That's
ranked?
fine.
Where's Eli Manning?
But that's not what I'm talking about.
Eli
G-Baby.
Manning. Doug hates Eli Manning.
Hold on.
Like,
So if
like
you
that's
use-
not what I'm
if you
talking
use
about.
if you use the winning argument, then that means you will have Eli Manning over Drew Brees.
You said what?
If you use the winning argument, that means you will have Eli Manning over Drew Brees because Eli Manning is a
Hell
two-time
no.
Super
What are
Bowl.
you talking about?
I'm just
What?
using your logic about the winning
That's not the
argument.
logic at all.
I'm just
Whenever,
because
because
using
that's
your
not
winning
my
logic,
logic,
bro.
though. Like that's not my logic. If you had a guy, a J-Rob or Fluent or Bama, and what they say all the time, I know what they say all the time. When people want to go with the winning argument, where you have a talent and the statistics comparable with each other, and you want to lean more towards winning, I could sit here and see and understand the case you're making for that.
But the thing is,
That's not my logic, though.
but
I'm not going to
my
argue to
logic
death
is-
with somebody about
the
that.
thing is that if your production don't translate into playing at elite level for high years for longevity, and on top of that winning Super Bowls and shit like that, it's no way you can make a case over Drew Brees. There's no way you can make a case over Dan Marino over
But
Drew
John
Brees.
Elway was
It's
doing
no
that
way.
for-
It's no way you can make a case over Patrick Mahomes over fucking Drew Brees. When we're looking at it in terms of production, and we're looking at terms of longevity, and we're looking at terms of your overall style of play has winning Super Bowls, and you playing on a high level consistently, bro. It's no way, according to my logic, that you will have those quarterbacks
Wait,
over
but why
Drew Brees.
does winning Super Bowls matter,
according-
Mookie? Because NFL's rigged.
Hold up, Nick, because you just said longevity, playing at a high level, and Super Bowl contending. John Elway did that more than Drew Brees.
But John Elway does not have the production that Drew Brees have, bro. He doesn't
But
have the
out of
he don't have
everything
the-
that you
he
just
don't-
named,
he don't have the
out of-
production, and he doesn't have the longevity over Drew
hold
Brees.
on, Mookie. Out of
The only
everything
argument
you
can
just
sit there and
named,
make a name is rings. That's it.
out of everything you just named, no offense, John Elway played 12 high-level years. No, yeah, 12 high-level years
And Drew
compared to
Brees
Drew
played
Brees
15.
15. Especially in that era, that 12 years is damn near the same to me. It's only
No,
3
it's
year
not,
difference
bro.
because it was a more physical era in the 80s and the 90s. That's one.
Nigga, he
Two.
was still passing the ball a lot.
Hold up. Two. Out of everything, so the longevity is comparable to each other. The Super
No.
Bowls, Elway has them.
The
Competing
production
at a high level, John Elway has that. The
But the
rings, John
production,
Elway has that.
Drew
The only
Brees-
thing for your argument that Drew Brees has over him is the production. So
and
in my head,
longevity and talent.
not the longevity. The longevity
He does.
is damn near the
15 years comparable to 12 years. You can slice it how you want to. Eras and all that other shit. The man still played 15 years. That's a fact. The man
It's a
Drew
fact.
Brees, Drew Brees, hold on.
When you compare it, when you compare it to the era,
the man Drew Brees, right? If we're looking at Drew production, surpasses John Elway. And we know we got playing an elite level.
As a quarterback, he surpassed in everything.
It's past him and John Elway. It's like the only
I don't know what talent you think John, like I don't know what talent you see in John Elway to where you think it's comparable to Drew Brees. Personally, I don't see it. Like I don't.
Hold on. Because I got
where the talent you see that.
The talent. He was a dual threat. On top of being a dual threat, he was. Yo, his accuracy was up there. What are you talking about? His arm was
there with Drew Brees.
Oh my god, that's not what we're saying. We're talking about talent. We're talking about talent as an individual. He had a big arm.
Average completion percentage back then.
It was like I've been looking at it. I've been looking at it.
90. Let's just say
They're
1990.
They're in
got like
55s
92.
to 57s. It's
Big quarterback
55.
rate,
Yeah,
Because
like
his
92.
majority for his whole career, it was like in the 50s, and then like 2 years it was above 60, or 3 years above 60.
Drew Brees is the most accurate quarterback ever.
Yeah, literally.
Ever.
Hold on. Let me finish. Because Drew Brees, because for some reason, Mookie keeps saying 15 is greater than 12. Yes, but when you compare it to the era, the fact that Drew Brees was playing in an era where throughout the progression of his time, they're making it easier and easier for quarterbacks to have longer careers. The 12 years that John that's the right argument to make. The longevity of a 12 years in the 90s and the 80s is more impressive than the 15 years that Drew Brees had. That's just what it is. It's what it is.
What makes him more impressive?
Because he played in a tougher and harder era, and there's only a 3-year difference between each other. Like, what are you talking about?
You're lucky I decided not to be nasty because there's a metaphor I really want to bring up that's gonna really mess up your whole thing, but I'm not gonna do it because I said I wasn't gonna be nasty in 2023 anymore.
Man, that jersey was hard, bro.
Yeah,
Brees is like, yes, you could say it's comparable, but Drew Brees is the most accurate quarterback ever. Like, when you're the best ever at something, I'm not gonna lie. I'm looking at this. John Elway don't come close. Like, doesn't touch him. And then when we look at talent, the only thing you could say John Elway as a quarterback did better than Drew Brees, the only thing you could say as a talent that John Elway did better than Drew Brees was run the ball.
The accuracy part for Drew Brees is kind of a little overrated, mainly because Alvin Kamara and Darren Sproles for a lot of times, so you had a lot of check downs to the
Oh my god.
Y'all overrated.
Because you don't use that for Tom Brady.
I was going to bring it up. Tom Brady.
I was using it against Tom Brady.
Use that as a knock.
I was using it against Tom Brady.
No. Everybody's talking about wait.
He wasn't taking out his pros.
Doug came on this show and was praising Brady because Brady, he's so cerebral. He knows how to get the ball out fast. He knows how to get the ball out quick.
That's a fact.
But for Drew Brees, you're using it as a knock against him.
No. It's not a knock against him.
Yes, you just diminished his accuracy because he threw Alvin Kamara and Darren Sproles.
But you don't mention the time that Drew Brees, when he led the lead in yards per attempt, the man was completing damn near 70% of his goddamn passes, bro. Like, come on, bro.
What's Drew Brees' career percentage?
Listen, you guys are looking at
Drew Brees.
He's like 70. You guys are looking at
70?
Yeah, that's the same.
His career?
That's
Come
insane,
on, bro.
bro.
No, we ain't doing
wait,
this.
no, it's not
For his
67.
career,
67.
67
Oh, yeah.
is elite, though. Like, that's
No. That's
67
fine. But that's
career.
fine. But that's
Career's
fine.
elite, bro.
No. But
Which
that's
is counting
fine.
in San Diego.
No, that's fine. That's
Hold
fine.
on,
My
don't
whole
Drew Brees
point-
don't Drew Brees has
Yo.
the highest completion percentage of any single season number quarterback, bro?
What was
74,
that?
yes.
70.
There's more to
He
like.
went
There's,
5 straight years completing 70% of his
Can I
passes,
finish?
bro.
Can
What
I
are we
finish?
talking
Can
about?
no, I'm
I
about to say,
finish?
Dub, real quick.
Yo,
real
the
quick.
Drew
Can I
Brees
finish?
I'm
disrespect
about to say
gotta
there's
stop,
more.
bro.
Yeah,
There's
bro.
more stats there's more stats than just like completion percentage, but Drew Brees
Yeah.
is still very accurate.
I'm not saying he's not, but the level in which you're holding him to, as if
It clears
just
John
because
Elway.
I don't care about that. The point is just because you have the point of, oh my God, he is the best, most accurate passer ever, so therefore he's better than him. I'm not
That's
with
not
that.
the
That
only
doesn't
thing.
make
Okay,
any
so
sense.
that's the
only
Especially
thing.
when,
That's not the only
hold
thing.
up, bro. Y'all keep interrupting me when I keep saying something. So that's one. Two, especially when I consider the fact the years where he had 72, 74, and 74, who did he have in the backfield? Let's remember. Who did he have? The years. Hold on, one. That's one. That's one. Two. The years when he had 70, 68, and 71. Who else did he have in the backfield? Come on.
Bro, why are we
No.
dismissing
Answer the
that he
question.
did that, though?
Answer the question.
It
Who does
doesn't
Tom Brady
matter,
use?
dog.
All
All right, so who did Tom Brady have in the
Answer.
back?
Wait.
Wait.
Bro, we're trying to dismiss.
I
What?
asked y'all a
Tom Brady had
question.
in the back?
I asked y'all. Wait.
Whatever.
I asked y'all a question. Now y'all ducking from the question. Answer the question.
You duck
Yes
from
or
my
no?
questions all the time, bro.
The three seasons where he had his most accurate passing seasons. Who did he have in his backfield?
Hold on, I mean, I don't know. Which one?
You talking about the 3 seasons where he had his most accurate seasons?
His most accurate seasons were
74,
17, 18, and 19.
Yeah, Reggie Bush.
I'm not even talking about
17,
that.
18, and 19. That's
Yeah,
Yeah,
when
but
he had.
he was still
That's old.
Alvin
Drew
Kamara.
Brees.
He was Alvin Kamara and was
That's old Drew
Mark
Brees.
Ingram,
I'm
bro.
not-
But that's
what you're-
Drew
Mookie, that's
Brees
what you
out of
brought
his.
up.
Yeah, old.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
But
really
we
care
could
about
go.
old
We could go 2011
Like,
where
you can even
Drew
talk
Brees-
about
this was so
Dub,
insane.
you can even talk about the time.
Hold on.
There's more to look at with actually completion percentage. Like when he threw for like 5,400, the nigga was completing like 70+%.
No, don't
Yeah,
get me
it's just
wrong.
obese.
But don't get me
It's
wrong.
OD.
I'm fine.
Like Drew
I'm
Brees'
fine.
best season is OD, bro.
I'm fine
Oh,
with
my
those.
goodness.
I'm fine with those arguments. My whole point is though, don't sit here and just try to. My whole point is I don't like using those as points just because you just complained to me about. You just told me 67% for his whole entire career. Obviously, some of that is inflated, especially in the later on portions of his career.
In
74, 71.
In 2017, the year you brought up, with all the people in the backfield, he led the league in yards per attempt.
Yep.
Yeah,
Come
run
on,
after
dog.
catch.
Yo, look up. No, G, maybe
You
just look up
dead
Saints
ass?
Yak.
Oh my
Look
God,
up Saints Yak. Look up the Saints Yak that year. That's all you gotta do.
Yeah.
That's all you gotta do.
No,
Okay,
because
you
like,
have it? 'Cause I don't have it.
because like,
You have it?
because Dub, as a quarterback, you can't argue why John Elway is over him. So like, you going with
Yeah.
this talent shit. The
I
talent
mean,
shit
I
really just-
actually
can't
provided
argue.
I provided actually a lot of substantial amount of arguments, but then you guys just ran to something else and stayed on that point. I
mean,
literally, I gave you
I
a
heard the
bunch
talent.
of I gave you a bunch of objective answers about the talent, about him dominating his era
He
more
dominated.
than Drew
Uh-huh.
Brees. That's
It's
what
a
I'm
cute,
saying.
Come on, like, so we're
So
comparing.
that's what-
Wait,
so
Dub,
that's
we're
what
gonna
I'm
stay
saying.
right there.
What are you
Dub,
talking
please stay
about?
right there. Can you please stay right there, please? You just said if we're going to compare QB errors, which one was harder? Which QB error was harder? The 90s or the 2010s?
John Elway's.
What? Are you lying? What the fuck?
What do you mean?
No,
What do you
you
mean
just
by
be
what do you
saying
what do you
dumb
mean by
shit,
QB error?
You
What do you
said
mean
he
by
dominated
what do you
his
mean
era
by-
more
what
than
do you-
Drew Brees.
what do you
So
mean
I'm
by
going to
QB error?
ask you.
Wait. What do you mean by
quarterback
QB error?
competition?
You talking about quarterback
Like,
competition?
When I think of
Talking about
dominating,
Yes, sir. Yes.
when I think of-
Oh,
okay, when
that's
I think of
different, that's
dominating,
different,
I'm
that's
thinking
different,
that you're top 2 or you're the best in your era. He was never that.
He
Never.
was never the best in his era. What?
No,
John Elway?
No, it was never.
I don't know about that.
Because when we talk and what's his name, and Drew Brees wasn't the best QB in his era because you had Peyton Manning,
And it's
Aaron
quite.
Rodgers,
It's
Tom
Brady.
Brady.
I wasn't even talking.
It's quite funny.
I wasn't even talking about that.
It was
I wasn't
quite
even
funny
talking about
how
that, though.
it's quite funny how Dub mentioned Drew Brees and diminished him. It's completion percentage by dinking and dunking, but Tom Brady is the legend of dink and dunk. That's the reason why he was winning one.
I don't get. I
And
don't.
Doug
I
don't
don't get.
mention
I don't
that
get
shit,
why. I don't get why dinking and dunking is a problem.
And
It's not. It's
not.
not.
So
Yeah.
why
Not
do you
that.
use
If
this
it's all
strategy?
that's what the
Hold on.
defense is giving you, just give it. Like,
Trent, to address your point first, I misunderstood your question
Yeah, I
because
guess
I
yeah,
was
you
talking.
did see.
I
Yeah,
thought
you
you was
did.
talking about the winning part, right? I thought that's what you was mean. But dominating, yes. Drew Brees did play in a tougher competition of quarterbacks, yes. John Elway did play in a tough competition of quarterbacks as well. We can't diminish that. Let's not forget, everybody loved Dan Marino, John Montana, Warren
oh
Moon.
my God.
So hold on, wait. Let me finish. John Elway for his era is very comparable to what Drew Brees did, which is
No,
my
it's
point.
not. It's not comparable in the
It is
production.
very
dog.
comparable.
No, it's
Wait,
not.
wait, so
It's not
wait, G
comparable.
baby,
The
ask
only
your
thing
question.
is
G baby,
the only
ask your
thing is
question.
production.
Let G baby ask your question.
Can you tell me what elite quarterbacks were in the 80s, please, that John Elway was playing against? Dan Marino, great. Can you tell me who else?
Joe Montana, Steve Young,
Warren
great.
Moon, Joe
I'm not gonna lie
Montana,
to you.
Steve Young.
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. You can miss with that Warren Moon shit. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
I mean, that's the names I'm giving you, and then you have
Okay,
for
and
you
then-
guys, you
so-
have
and
There's
then-
other
Can
names.
you then
should've said.
can you then tell me who Drew Brees was playing against, please?
Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning,
Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers. Who else is better than him? I guess
Manning.
Mahomes, but that was a late.
Mahomes.
That was the later
Peyton
part of
Manning?
his. That was the later part of his career. I said Peyton Manning already. So
Yeah,
that's
Peyton
all.
Manning, Brady, and Rodgers are like the main
Yeah.
three.
And then the rules.
Can you
So
keep
yeah,
going?
But those three are
Better-
top 5 ever.
better.
Yeah, but then the quality afterwards is
Yeah,
a
the quality
much
afterwards
better
is night and day. It's
than the
not-
quality that
night and day.
John Elway.
Hold
was
on. Let me
playing
ask you
against.
this. Let me ask you this. Is Warren Moon a top 10 quarterback? Yes or no?
Of all time?
Yes.
All time, no.
Hell
No.
I think he's
No.
arguing. I think he's arguably
No.
a top 10 guy.
No.
I'm sorry, Dub.
No.
Because I'm looking at this.
Whoa. I'm asking you questions. I'm asking
Okay,
you questions.
that's what I know.
I'm asking you
I know
questions.
for you. I know
Hold
you
on, hold
probably YouTube D man. But look, for his NFL career, no, he's not top 10.
Yeah,
Joe
NFL.
Montana.
CFL?
Joe Montana was the GOAT. Joe Montana was the GOAT for how long? Until Tom Brady came?
Facts.
Okay, that's one.
fine.
He's still,
Dan Marino
he's
has
still
been
needs to
top 5 until like Aaron Rodgers and all these guys came until when?
Yeah, he was
I
good.
mean,
He
it's
was
still,
good.
but
Yeah.
then you just
Okay.
the QB pool was harder though. It still was harder. And
No, but it was Dan Marino's still a top 10
But Trent's
quarterback,
saying the mid quarterbacks
the
now
mid
are way better
quarterbacks in the
at-
80s and 90s is not
Or
close
ass,
to like
or ass.
Hey,
the
Dub,
Big
I just got one
Bens,
question
I
for you.
think-
Bryans.
Dub, I got
They're
one
not
question
close.
for you. I got one question. Do you know who Steve
even
Deberg is? Do you know who Steve Deberg is?
Nah, I
And can you
don't.
tell me what team he played for?
Oh, he
Do
good.
you
He
know
dug
who,
up
wait,
that
wait,
one.
wait,
He
wait,
dug
I got
up
another
that
one.
boy.
Do you know who Dave Krieg is? And can you tell me what team he played for?
Hey, Creed
Dave Krieg. Can you tell me who that is?
played for Seattle. I think he played for Seattle.
Okay, can you tell me who Ken O'Brien is? And can you tell me what team he played for?
Look it up, duh. Look it up, duh.
Yeah, Google's very
Yeah, I see him.
No,
Googling.
I'm
I see his
not
eyes moving.
Googling. I'm not
I see his eyes moving.
Ken O'Brien, I think he played for the Jets.
You for sure Googled that. Do
Yeah.
you know who
Rich
Chris Miller
Gannon?
is? Do you know who? Hey, D-Man, you probably know.
You know how
I
I
don't
can
know.
tell
I don't
Dub's
know.
Googling?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
His dumb face.
I don't-
The dumb face.
I don't know. I don't know
The
who Chris
screen
Miller
keeps
is. I
lighting
don't
up on
know.
his
I don't
face
know.
every time he
I don't know.
types it.
I don't know who Chris Miller is. I don't know who Chris
Come on,
Miller
dog.
is. though.
But you know who Phillip Rivers, Matt Ryan, Big Ben, even Eli Manning. You know who these people are.
Oh, really?
The quality pool is much better than it was in the 80s. And the
So
fact
G
that you tried to
G
stay
baby
for fame
G baby
is
G baby
OD,
G baby
bro.
G baby G baby. This is like. This is what you bring up points that don't matter because I've said multiple. Hold on. Where he go? Come here. Come back.
Hey,
Come
come
back.
on, dog. You
This
can't
is my boy
cook,
Trent.
dog.
Top five. Top
Hold
five.
on. I'm about to tell him.
Ooh,
I'm gonna
LT.
tell him.
Top five.
I'm gonna tell him.
Fucking-
This is why I say.
Oh my God.
This is why I say you bring up points that don't
Oh
matter.
my God.
I've said.
How is the
Can
point
I-
doesn't matter if you were the one who brought it up?
I'm gonna tell you.
Is Dub
I'm
not the
gonna tell
one who
you.
brought up the talent pool? Is he not the one who brought up?
Trent brought it up.
No,
Trent
you said it was comparable, is it not? Are we not saying it was comparable?
Okay.
You said it was at the same level, right? So that's what I'm saying.
Okay,
That's
hold
what
on.
I'm arguing. How does that not make sense?
And hold on,
Hold
I
on.
brought it up.
You
Hold on,
did.
I brought up because I brought up just to say that we all know because y'all niggas in his comments.
Hold up,
lying,
hold
just
up,
'cause we
Trent.
watched
Can I address something, bro? Please,
Go ahead.
before G
Hell,
baby catches
duh.
a stroke.
Okay.
I'm a person that has openly admitted on this show. I've openly admitted when it comes to the NFL pastime, I do not know like that. I do not know like that at all, right? So if you ask a Fluent or you ask a Bama and ask them about these quarterbacks and what they seen in their time, the era, the time in which you grew up is the main reasons on why I know all of the quarterbacks in which you just talked about. But compare them to relative to the era, the Ken O'Briens that you just brought up. I guarantee you, if you ask people that actually watched, if you ask people that lived through that time, they would sit here and say, "Nah, those guys were good in their time," and that is comparable.
D-Man, did you live through the Ken O'Brien era? I don't know how old you are. And I don't want to be disrespectful. I just want to ask.
I don't know.
I just want to ask.
I don't know.
D-Man. I'm asking
Yo, that's
D-Man.
crazy.
D-Man, did you live through that era?
He was average, bro. But
Okay, is Ken O'Brien better than Matt Ryan, Phillip Rivers, Big Ben, Eli?
Hell
who
no.
else?
no.
Okay.
Bro,
All I'm saying, but even then,
Is
even
he
then,
better
that's
than like?
even
I
then,
feel like
I'll go
even
get
then,
that. I'll go get that.
even
Everybody
then,
can't
even
do
then,
it.
even then,
Is
even
he
then,
like
that's
Chad Pennington?
I mean, I remember saying Chad, but Chad ain't had no good career, man. I ain't gonna lie.
No. What I'm saying is like, what is a mid quarterback like back then?
Bro, a mid quarterback back
a Trent,
then.
Like
Trent
is that
Green,
Chad
or
Pennington?
Trent Green, a Trent Green. Yeah,
That's
Trent
mid.
Would
That's mid.
Trent Green in today's league even be a backup?
Yeah, he would be
You're
a
wilding.
backup.
You're wilding.
Yeah, he
Yes,
would be a
you're wilding.
backup.
Yeah, I
He would be
I
a
mean, no,
backup.
I'm sorry.
You're dragging,
I'm sorry,
you're
not
dragging,
Trent
you're
Green,
dragging,
not Trent
you're
Green, not Trent Green, not Trent Green.
Rich
Who did I just
Gannon?
mention? No, not the guy I just mentioned before that. I just said the wrong name.
Oh, Ken
Who did-
O'Brien?
Brian.
Yeah, I don't know who Ken O'Brien
I'm
is.
not
Would
gonna lie
he
to you.
be?
I don't
would
know.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I
Would
don't
he
even.
be a backup? Would he be a backup?
wait,
today's
wait.
league?
You think Trent Green? Wait, you think Trent Green will be a backup?
No,
No, I ain't say he wouldn't be a backup. I
literally just said I said the wrong name. Ken O'Brien. Would he be a backup in today's league? QB2 on any team? Panthers, because they have Sam Darnold and PJ Walker. Would he be QB2 on that team?
I can't even count, bro. I only.
Yeah, come on, dog. You wrap this shit up, dog.
Because
No,
like,
my whole thing is we don't even know. Like honestly, we don't even know at the end of the day because of the air in which they grew them. What you guys are doing a lot of the times, you're looking at the
Dub, how
stat.
you?
Hold on. Let me
Go ahead.
finish, bro. Y'all looking at the stats. Y'all looking at the stats and comparing it to today's era and saying just because that they did this in their time, they couldn't play in today's day. You gotta understand, like the defense at that time was not a quarterback friendly league. So all these numbers that you're seeing, a lot of the way that these quarterbacks are able to get things, the way that they get things off now, it's not even comparable, bro. It's not. The headsets, the play calling, the
Yeah, but
era,
you
the
gotta recognize
physicality.
this.
So that's
Dub,
why it's
you-
like when it comes to like comparing basketball is different from football because when you talk about comparing eras in football, it's damn near like two completely different games, bro.
Yeah, but the same.
So it's
reason,
like
John
how can I say Ken O'Brien wouldn't benefit from having everything that
Wait.
all the
yeah, but
technology
you gotta
they have
understand
now.
that. You,
Oh,
hold on.
Dub.
You
Dub.
can't
This
say
is
the
who a
same.
ball out though.
Yo,
This who a ball
is
out
John
though.
Elway?
That's
You can
who a
compare
ball
John
out.
Elway and Mahomes?
That's who a ball out right
Nah,
now.
Mahomes. I just
No,
told
I
you.
can't compare them.
I just
Right
told you
now.
because I just
Brandon
told you who
Cunningham,
Mahomes.
I mean, hey, didn't you
Rand-
not just say?
Dub should
Wait,
name Randall.
wait,
I just told you who Mahomes
wait, but
was,
Dub,
bro.
I'm just saying, he don't have an argument because didn't you not just say, oh, the passing yard shit with John Elway, it's equivalent to Drew Brees. It should be equivalent to Patrick Mahomes, then, right? Right?
When that dude last week when that dude last week talked about John Elway, did you hear me try to rebuttal him about his take
I'm
on
not
John
talking
Elway?
about. I'm not talking about sports talk.
No,
I'm talking about what you just
no,
said.
no. Watch, because my whole thing was if I see people, when I see,
that's not.
no. Wait. When I sit here, and hear people make arguments against Mahomes and John Elway, I let it rock because I understand where they're coming from. That's where all of this harped on. I said if people were to bring up these arguments, I'll just be here and be like, okay, I see where you coming from. That kid who said John Elway's better than Mahomes, I didn't agree with it, but I didn't look at him like you crazy for thinking that. And you could go
That's
check
crazy.
the tape.
Yeah, but
That's crazy, bro.
That's
What?
crazy. That's
Hold on,
crazy.
Dub,
Yo,
Dub,
but
you
the points in which he's bringing up is not
So
that
if
crazy.
a nigga said, Dub, if a nigga said Warren Moon is better than Patrick Mahomes, what? That's not crazy.
But Trent, you gotta understand my points.
I'm getting your point.
All of
I'm
my
asking
points.
you-
All of
Dub,
my
I'm getting your
points.
point.
I think it's crazy.
Dub,
I
I'm
think
asking you about
I think
90s quarterbacks that had hella
I
talent.
think it's crazy in my opinion, but I'm not gonna sit here and go crazy on somebody for thinking that because I understand the talking points in which they have,
Just
and I
because
proved that.
You can
This whole time, this whole scenario of me debating with you guys and John Elway, it's all harping on. I can understand where guys are coming from.
Yeah, but
when they're
you got,
having these
but Dub,
conversations.
you got to understand this is that you can sit there and say that back then was more of a running game, more running league was not really a pass happy league. You got to understand that these players today is more skilled. It's more technical schemes that's out there for to go throw at a quarterback to stop what they're doing. So even you can sit there and say that, oh yeah, back then it was was not a pass happy league compared to this era is a more pass happy league. You got to understand that players are 10 times more skilled than what they were, and schemes is just getting better and more advanced and stuff like that. So
I got you. We'll end it off on that. We at the 2 hour and 18 mark,
My
bro.
bad. I just had to show that for the Saints fan right here. Who this is?
You don't know
Who's
who that
that?
is, bro.
that's
Man,
that's
oh yeah, that's Archie
That's
Manning.
great.
Archie
Archie
Manning.
Manning. That's Brian from the bag.
You, hey, you guys know the Super Bowl next year is in Louisiana?
You dead ass?
Yeah.
real.
Archie Manning, man. Archie Manning.
Someone said Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase going win in Louisiana.
G-Baby, you think when we get Derek Carr, we're gonna be at that bit?
And on that, we'll end it on there. G baby, do you care to answer that before we end the stream?
No, let me answer that.
Not
Can you
answering that
imagine
question.
Derek Carr trotting the Saints out in New Orleans for the Super Bowl, bro?
Nigga,
Hey.
right there.
You know how loud
right
loud the dome would be, bro.
That's
The God
That would be
Carr.
crazy.
right there.
At the
bro.
God
for
Carr.
real.
Come back
Y'all
player of the
be,
year. Hey, come back player of the year next year, Derek Carr.
I do it. They just stoop for that, man. I'm telling you, bro. Like, if we get him, I'm telling you, if we get him and Sean Payton come back, bro, with that elite level defense, Michael Thomas, who will know? Things might happen, man.
Hey.
Things might happen. You know what I'm saying?
G baby, that's
Hey.
not moving you at all.
G baby's
Bro,
bad. It's okay.
this was one of my favorite.
Man, come on, G-Baby. G-Baby, man, stop.
I don't want Derek Carr.
They're one of my favorite quarterbacks, Charles Batch,
and
man.
Devontae Adams, and he
Charles
couldn't
Batch,
do
man.
nothing.
What do
Hey,
you
like
mean?
the video,
Devontae
on your
Adams
way
was-
out. No,
was
no,
the
no, no, no,
leader
no, no,
in the
no, no.
shootout,
We're not
bro.
doing this again. We're not doing this. Like the video on y'all way out, bro. Y'all be easy, and y'all tune in next week to see G baby get cooked again, bro. Peace.
Okay.
All right, man. Salute.